So Spectrum charged me fucking twice in the same month. Really pissed me off.
Yeah,
I've heard nothing but bad things about Spectrum. A friend of mine used to have Spectrum, and she said that they were like the worst internet she'd had. By the way,
yeah,
we're
no,
live.
like, dude.
Hello, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
hi.
Welcome back to Mehcast Reacts Death Battle.
Yes. We're doing an anti-Spectrum PSA.
Yes, this is anti-sponsored by Spectrum Internet.
Yeah.
Go with AT&T Fiber. They may be somewhat shitty in terms of service, but at least you have consistent billing and unlimited data.
Wait, Alex, why did you start? A Jedi's about to leave.
Hey, look, it's a little me, and it's about to tell you to subscribe to GamerSubs and fuck Spectrum. I'm Superman.
I'm a G Fuel guy myself. I actually just got a new sub of G Fuel today. So yeah,
didn't GamerSubs come under controversy?
So G Subs got under controversy for really dumb reasons.
Something involving curse or something.
So I don't even fucking know. It's just nonsense. So, Blade versus Buffy, first live-action death battle in how many years?
So it's been 5 years. Their last live action fight was in season 7, Red Hood versus Winter Soldier.
Oh, yeah. Red Hood versus Winter Soldier. What the fuck is wrong with me? Why did I say Daredevil?
No, you're thinking of Daredevil versus Nightwing.
We could have had a fourth if not for the fact that they were trying to budget the death battle of Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers.
I do not know why they didn't come back. Nobody knows why they didn't come back. Death Battle hasn't said anything. Apparently
they were busy with something at the time, so they couldn't do Jason.
I do not know. Like, I don't.
For Jason versus Michael.
What
was it? These guys?
No. Jason versus Michael was animated by Devil Artemis.
Yeah,
but wasn't it supposed to be live action?
Yeah, it was.
It's possible. I mean, it would make sense that it was, but again, we don't. There's never been an official reason.
Because apparently, if I remember what they said correctly, they said that originally these guys were supposed to come back for Jason versus Myers, but they were busy with something. So they brought in an unknown third party, but they backed out at the very last minute, so they couldn't replace them. So they had to do Devil Artemis do it very quickly, while a tornado tore apart his entire town. It's kind of a miracle the episode is still good after all that.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm betting that third party was probably Bat in the Sun.
Yes, it's most likely it could have been Bad in the Sun, but given how Bad in the Sun like to Shanghai a lot of money, they probably were looking for Death Battle and Rooster Teeth to pay them a crap load of money for no particular reason.
Yeah, speaking of which, where's that Legend of the White Dragon movie, guys?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I know...
That movie was supposed to be out by now, right?
Yeah, it was.
So have a couple of other.
Someone to release it, but they haven't.
They're still. Aaron said that they're still in talks with the distribute. Like, okay, real quick before we move on, Alex, do you want to know how long Legend of the White Dragon was in color correction? I kid you not. You could. It's not a joke.
2 years.
About 2.5 years. Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
That was close.
Okay, so yeah, that's unacceptable. Here's the thing, like, I'm nobody, right? I color corrected Evangelion for free, like, and I did like half of it. I just did that for myself, you know. I did like half that show in less than a year, and that's just me doing it in between, you know, like just chopping the scenes up and doing it in between, like other things that I do. It's not hard to do this stuff. Like, and these guys are getting paid for it.
Yeah, no, well, again, there's a huge list of controversies and scandals that have come out about Aaron Schoenke recently, and it's going to be a miracle if Legend of the White Dragon it releases, but again, rumor has it it's probably going to go straight to Tubi or other lower websites like that.
Son of a bitch better send me my fucking Blu-ray. That is all I got.
That's unacceptable. If it's just gonna be on Tubi, that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they can't get a distribution to carry the damn movie.
It's Legend of the White Dragon.
At this point,
it could be worse. It could be like the fucking that what is it? What was that called? It was the Order movie where it supposedly
yes, with Karen Ashley. Yeah,
it supposedly played in like one film festival and hasn't had a public release. I don't even know that film was ever completely finished. And then you remember MMPR?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So here's some details about MMPR, right? So they got Robert Axelrod to do a bunch of new Lord Zed lines. Only a few of them have been released. There was apparently something of a finished script, but the only scenes that were ever filmed are the ones that were uploaded to the YouTube channel. Now, those scenes were pretty good. They had some good costumes. They had some decent stuff. But I contacted a bunch of the actors afterwards, and I was like, hey, what the hell happened here? Because they ran like a Kickstarter for it, I think. And is like, they said, yeah, it's like, no, we filmed, the stuff you saw is all that we filmed. And it's like, oh, so they're just sitting on those suits, Robert Axelrod's old recordings that he made for that movie, and they never went through with filming that script, and they raised like something like a couple of $100,000 for it. That's great.
Yeah, so
why
it
is
is
there so much disrespect when it comes to anything American tokusatsu?
I
you
don't
notice that?
No, it's a bigger disrespect to Jason
Shankar,
is what it is.
Yeah,
but
Shankar might have made a
point.
bad movie for his Power Rangers fan film, but at least he fucking put it out there.
Well, also,
on.
at least he was honest about it.
My point is that everyone that's ever worked in anything Power Ranger related or Americanized tokusatsu, Big Bad Beetleborgs, what have you, it always feels like everyone, including the most well-loved and well-off guys, are always being treated with disrespect, especially guys like Jason David Frank. Which, fucking how are you gonna turn down his idea of a Mighty Morphin of a Power Rangers movie 3 times when you know you're gonna make bank off of it?
You remember what happened with Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, right? Kamen Rider Dragon Knight won the what's it called? What's the TV award called?
I have no idea. I forget.
It was Grammy, Oscar, Tony,
Emmy.
Emmy. Yeah. So
An Emmy?
Kamen Rider Dragon Knight won one Emmy and was nominated for several others, and the cast was told, "Oh yeah, you're coming back for season 2. We've got everything in the works. We're going to be doing I think they said they were going to be going back and doing trying to look over at my Kamen Rider shelf because I can't remember the name and failing. Anyway, they were going to be doing like more Dragon Knight, and then after they got done with that, they were going to be going back to like the first Heisei season or something like that, I think. Because yeah, and then they were canceled. The show never got season 2, and they never got to go on and do more adaptations, even though it was one of the highest rated shows on the CW.
Yeah,
but that was the problem. It was on the CW and it aired on Saturday mornings.
Also, Ben, can you? I know they usually show the fight preview, but this is such a big moment and it's such a cool thing. Can you skip ahead, because I kind of want this to be a surprise for Alex.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Okay,
yeah, right
so
there.
I'm just going to read the chat here. Does anyone have any thoughts on Super Paper Mario in terms of story? I think it's Mario at its best. Kevin, I don't like Super Paper Mario. You know this.
I mean, it's a game where Mario goes to hell. How can you not love it?
Hassan Piker just went all black pill because he's now spiraling out of control. Well, you love to see it. All right, so I guess we're going to go ahead and get started now.
Let's do this.
Blade versus Buffy. The Daywalker versus the Vampire Slayer. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Dude, I watched this with my brother, and he laughed the moment he heard Blade's voice.
Oh, so that was a good inside
They're
move
known
there.
by
Oh,
many names.
hello
Revenant,
there.
Vortala.
Okay, yeah. So I should prepare Alex. So Alex, the fiction who portrays Blade in this, he's not gonna do a Wesley Snipes impression. It's just gonna be his voice.
Oh.
But
There'll be a bit one Blade.
there will be
There's only
quotes.
gonna be one Blade.
Yeah. Like he sounds. He's gonna give it kind of a New York style.
And yet, he is also seemingly
When I heard his voice, I was thinking more he's just representing a younger
in the
Blade.
world of Marvel, vampires exist.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
there's
look.
Morbius.
Blade doesn't
Yep.
need anyone's help. He'll just aura farm by himself.
Even Blade's birth
Real
was
name Eric
hardcore.
Brooks. Age
Just
over
as the
100.
young Eric Brooks'
Eric
mother was a
Brooks.
viper,
Height
her
6'2",
attending
215
doctor
pounds.
turned out
Down
to
here,
be
professional
the
jazz
vampire
trumpeter.
Deacon
I am Legend,
Frost.
Real Boy
And
thing.
he
Make that new
drank her
movie Marvel.
blood
Yep.
right before she gave birth.
Exactly.
Used Eric with Frost's vampiric
I Am
Five
Legend
is-
is such a good film, but fuck the theatrical ending.
here.
Giving him a
Yeah.
ton of vampy
theatrical
powers.
6 years in development hell, and the Blade movie still hasn't come
Eric
out.
would hone these abilities
How
in
hard
the
can it
knowledge
be
of
to make a
vampire
movie
hunter
about
Jamal
guy
Afari,
killing vampires?
sharpening him in
Ask
would
Kevin
think-
Feige.
that would rape the
Yeah, you would
vampire.
think.
Oh, hey, it's Conan the Barbarian.
Add some sort of
To toss around 1,000
stupid new
pound
age
demons
edge
and
to
cut
it.
bullets out of the air. He can keep
And also
up
make
with
Blade-
Wolverine.
Eat your heart out,
He can
Deadpool.
flex Cyclops' light
Yeah.
speed optic blasts.
Also
And
making
his
Blade
Kevlar
not
2-part
the
armor.
main
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
Starts castle exploding.
He can heal
Though Blade has been
Ben
incapacitated
Oz.
via stabbing, his healing
Supernatural
factor
with
is
his
powered through impalement in the secondary material like Blade the series and the Blade anime. Yes.
I
Let
forgot
me
he had
see.
an
I
anime.
actually have the Blade anime behind me. Yeah.
I've never seen that. I've never seen the Blade series either with Sticky Fingers.
Sticky Fingers. Yes, I remember seeing that, and I was like, "That's not Wesley Snipes on the cover."
Hot take, I think
He-
Blade is the funniest in Blade Trinity.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
I
Trinity,
get it. I get people hate that movie, but come on, he was the funniest in that movie out of like all three of those theatrical.
He's got some.
releases.
Right?
His
Listen,
best
any
zingers are
movie-
in
any
2.
movie- Listen, any movie where Triple H and Deadpool are interacting is somewhat okay in my book. All right.
You cock juggling thunder cunt.
That's
Oh,
the
you can
only
play
way
that.
I was able to get through Blade Trinity. I was just imagining
Also,
Ryan
his
Reynolds was
fangs
playing
can drain his
Deadpool.
victims of magical
He
energy.
discovered
even though
Deadpool
his-
when
even
making
though-
that movie.
Even though his
Kung Fu
character
movies, Blade became a master
is
martial
a
artist.
pre-existing
Ah, yes, the
Oh,
Character.
here, Alex. So they're gonna do something to lock down Blade's martial arts.
The
We know
Rufus.
he's mastered more. So, for the full scope of his martial arts ability,
you're
we
chewing,
can
I
check him out
apologize
in
ahead of
movies
time.
As performed by Wesley Snipes.
By looking at Snipes' training and choreography,
Tonight has been a wild
he
one,
uses
folks.
Kung Fu, capoeira, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Eskrima, kickboxing, Shotokan karate, and Hapkido. And on
Did you
I
guys
do
catch
appreciate-
the Macho Man
Hopkins-
cameo?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
can I
could call him
pause it for a
Marvel's
second?
Keto.
Pause it for a second. Hopkido is one of the many bastard children of jujitsu. You could have left that out. It's okay.
I think,
Nah.
I think
Well,
that's
no, the
why-
reason they're doing that is because they need to be thorough when it comes to Wesley Snipes' martial arts
True.
styles.
So
Yeah,
they're doing the same thing here that they did for John Wick, where they're going through Keanu Reeves' career, and it's like, okay, so this
Yeah.
guy has done this, this, and this, and it is like, okay, so that makes sense.
yeah, because the comics in their infinite wisdom, they never. You know how DC Comics loves to never shut the hell up about how many styles Batman has mastered
Yes.
in his universe.
like-
Well, Blade is the opposite of that. They
Yeah.
never.
You mean like how the
specific-
hang on. You mean like how the Siberian monks taught him how to survive re-entry into orbit?
Yes, for Blade has only been credited with Krav Maga, as they pointed out. I guess in all of their research, Marvel Comics has never come out and said what specific martial arts styles other than Krav Maga does Blade know or has mastered.
Here's the
This
So-
is
funny
why
thing.
this is why they're
Batman.
heavily relying on outside material from the Marvel comics,
Yeah.
because surprisingly it's kind of sparse.
Yeah.
So
So here's
also,
the thing.
just so everyone knows, they never get into the games that Blade's been in.
Yeah. Well, here's
Like
the
they
thing
show
with
gameplay, but they never should like say like, oh, well, he was in the Blade game, or he was in Marvel Ultimate. Nah, they just never bring those up.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Except-
Alex.
So here's the thing about Batman, where they keep saying he knows this and he knows this and he knows this, and it is like there is so much overlap between all of those that he might as well just, you can pick like 3 or 4 of those, and kind of like what Nolan did, just pick a couple of them and nail it down, because there's so much overlap between useful techniques, because there's only so many ways you can break a wrist,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 156 ways, according to Batman.
Is it
Yeah.
sort of like?
I mean, that's-
so you're saying.
Should we
So you're
continue?
basically saying that
Yes.
there's a lot of martial arts that he should have learned over others because they're
I mean,
so
he's been
similar?
taught by fucking Santa Claus at this point. I mean, that's canon.
Yeah.
Blade's
Yeah,
training
hi,
progressed
Batman.
smoothly until
Batman.
Afari was attacked and
That's
had
funny.
his blood drained by Dracula.
My
Seriously,
God.
Avengers, Dracula.
Hey, Dracula,
is
you
real.
big
Why aren't you
fucking
doing
nerd, where's
anything
my
about
money?
this? He's right there.
Forced to mark his
That
surrogate
reference.
dead, Blade would have to wage his war alone.
Nursing a wound within him that would never heal. A hole that
That's
could never
why.
God
be
bless
filled.
you,
Not
Snipes.
with that attitude, Blade
Blades,
took a page
magical
out of the book of
adamantium
Boomstick
swords,
and tried
knives,
filling
stakes,
that
and
hole.
throwing glaives, bladed nunchaku, body armor. And bladed nunchaku sounds like a really bad idea. Countless firearms and explosives, prosthetic gun
Oh,
hand.
there's
What is he?
shotgun
Guts,
nunchuck.
anti-hypnosis goggles, flame gauntlets, edge of Entrados, breathing gun. I'm not even gonna question that. Boy thing, motorcycle.
Don't get into that a bit.
Boy thing, what is he, Batman?
No, boy
So
thing
Man,
is
there's Man Thing. You know who Man Thing is, right?
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I know what it is.
With every kind of weapon
Yeah, but-
imaginable.
Okay.
Oh, there's-
Breathing gun in this whole matchup
There's
was
apartment
basically
decorations.
considered to be
Handguns,
like
assault rifles,
a
and
big
explosives make up
thing
the
that
brunt of his
could very much so
firepower.
kill
And
Buffy
he
if he
enjoys getting
lands
up
like a
close
good
and
shot.
personal with
Oh,
his
hi, Marvel
dual
Rivals.
acid-etched titanium katana.
It's still a good
Speaking of
game.
glorious
And one
people,
thing
have
me
a
and my
PvP
buddies had
mode now.
discussed at the
sword
time of
made out
like,
adamantium.
how does
Specifically,
Buffy
secondary
counter the breathing gun?
That's
A very
not an
good
Odachi.
I think-
mass producible.
It may not be quite as strong as Cap's
Yeah, we had
shield,
discussed,
but it can
like-
cut
They probably
right
just
through
called it that
heavy
in the
hitters like
comics.
Ultron and the Hulk.
Naturally, Blade has even
Yeah, we
more
basically
swords.
discussed that.
His
that
Atlantean
music?
ones can
Probably
slash
just being
through
able
magical
to cut down the
enchantments.
bullets or
Bird
block
sword
it.
can harm intangible demons, and the
it'll
Justiciar
come
can
back up
slay
in here.
fallen angels.
Yeah, he's got some weird stuff he can pull out of his ass.
Garlic
Like a
gumballs.
hellfire shotgun that burns
I still laugh at
or
that shit.
hypodermic needles filled with vampire blood.
Ugh.
Seems kind of dumb to turn people into vampires, but it does make them more vulnerable to Blade's arsenal.
All that pales in comparison to the arch weapon of hell in Blade's possession, the breathing gun.
It's a
It's
wooden
funny.
gun. It would be
Firearm
usul
that
against
Nope.
senses in the
Magneto.
presence of demonic forces.
Yeah,
really,
really, exactly.
Sentient bullets chase its victims down. The wounds they cause cannot be healed. And
That's
if they
fucked
get
up.
lodged in your body, they'll slowly devour you from the inside
Yeah,
out.
it's also
In the same fight with the breathing gun harmed him, Cosmic Ghost Rider defended attacks from Captain Marvel that could melt through a star.
Now,
Okay.
the big thing about
Okay,
the
so
Cosmic
I'm
Ghost
getting
Rider stuff-
fucking what you call
That's
it? What's
Flesh.
what's his name?
So, here's the context
Spawn.
about.
I'm getting
about the breathing
Spawn
gun.
vibes off of this shit.
So the context for the breathing gun
Let's keep
feat
going.
here with
It's like the
Ghost Rider is
Cosmic
that
Ghost Rider.
Blade took everything he had.
it would have been able to
His
kill him if
men
Blade
were
wasn't
almost
wasn't
100
trying to go for
years.
like that
Battled
initial
hordes of
warning
vampires
shot.
while skydiving, infiltrated the Pentagon, and even took on
While in the Insomniac, while this was the Insomniac version of Miles, Insomniac Spider-Man is on par with mainline Spider-Man and comic book crossovers, except
Yeah,
for the
they put
times
that
when
up
he
way
fights a
too
fucking
soon.
Miles
fridge.
Morales, who could absorb
Here
the
we go.
energy of a bomb that could destroy Harlem. Blades even bested the spirit of vengeance, Zarathos.
And while he occasionally allied with teams
Battled
like the
vampires
Avengers,
for roughly 90 years, harmed Cosmic Ghost Rider with the breathing gun, tore bodies apart with his bare hands, blocked gunfire with his nunchaku. That's even dumber than Deadpool doing the sword thing, but okay. Dodged Count Von Stat's optic lasers, survived Hulk throwing him into the sky. That's not special. Everyone can do that in Marvel. Fought a horde of killer
Yeah.
bees with Deadpool. Okay.
Okay.
Defeated Dracula,
Okay.
Deacon Frost,
That's a
That's a
Zarathos,
really
and
random
Varna.
one.
That's a
Okay,
sentence.
so I'm surprised no one mentioned this, but Cosmic Ghost Rider is the Punisher who became Ghost Rider in alternate
Yeah.
timeline and went
Yes.
fucking crazy.
Mhm.
And he gets the power cosmic.
He also
That's
kidnapped
crazy.
baby Thanos instead of killing him and raised him as his own, which backfired spectacularly.
Yes.
Let's continue.
he prefers to work alone.
I probably would too if they only cared about me when I was helping them and not ridding the world of, vampires.
that, and Blade is scared of what he might do if he loses control, because he does have one classic vampire weakness: a thirst for blood. Blah.
Even more so after he had
I'm a vampire.
Riel, whom he avoided for fear of endangering.
Oh, hey, it's the character that derailed the reboot movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like your D. I mean,
Dude, just
your
leave her
blood.
out and leave her as like a fucking hidden end credit
For
thing.
context, for a lot of the scripts, Marvel wanted her to be the main character and have Blade be like the fourth main character in the
Shut
film.
the fuck
Pretty
up,
much.
Marvel.
They really wanted her to replace him, and those scripts have all fallen apart, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, gee, tell
That's
me
what
what
you
happened
get
to
for
when they
trying to
tried to
replace
make
Blade.
Rocketeer be replaced with a female little girl.
Skyrocketing
Yeah.
at the
Disney-
cost of his sanity.
Disney
So it does
Junior
make him even better
Rocketeer,
at killing
because
vamps.
that's a
He's
great
made a
idea.
cottage industry out
Yeah,
of
because that's what
whooping
people are
Dracula's
asking
ass.
for when they
Dracula
say,
is
No.
please
unsurprisingly
give us
powerful,
Rocketeer.
capable of summoning a thunderstorm that covered all of Boston with a wave of his hand.
That's nothing. Remember Castlevania Dracula? That guy had a whole fucking dimension in his pocket.
Drac
And he
apparently
wore a
didn't
thong.
hold a grudge, though, since he eventually made Blade the sheriff of vampires, a vampire nation in the ruins of Chernobyl.
Amazingly,
Of Chernobyl, what the fuck?
given Blade some of his own blood, which allows
smart,
him to
Jasmine.
shift into multiple forms, like a wolf, a horde of bats, or
Cool.
a cloud of mist.
So he can force his way inside your
I didn't
body
realize they
and
never
blow
used
you
a-
up from the inside out.
Any of the
Ant-Man
Belmonts
style.
yet in
With
Death
the
Battle?
Ant-Man. Blade's hatred of vampires is only matched by his
Rewind
hatred
that,
of
because I
However,
rewind.
Blade's hatred of vampires
No,
is
before
only
that.
matched by his hatred of a horde of bats or a cloud of mist.
So he can force his way inside your body and blow you up from the inside out, Ant-Man style.
What is with you with the Ant-Man? Blade's hatred of vampires is only matched by his
Anyone know what? For anyone who doesn't know, that's a reference to the Ant-Man theory of how he beats Thanos.
Blade finally
Yeah.
found a reason to reconnect
Oh
with
god,
his
Chuck
daughter,
Tingle wrote a
training her
book
the
about
same way
that.
Afari trained him
A whole
century
book?
prior.
Even after
Yeah.
Blade was possessed by the first vampire ever and tried to take over the planet, Brielle put her dad's teachings to the test.
Oh, yeah,
saving
pause
both
real
him
quick.
And the world.
And prove
So yeah, in case you didn't read that panel, yes, the first Black Panther was a vampire,
Of course.
Uh-huh.
Why wouldn't it be?
an evil vampire, obviously, and became, you know,
even worse.
Hang on. So that doesn't that kind of cause problems with the origins of Wakanda?
just a bit, yeah. I mean, you know,
Especially if they bring that into the MCU.
well, no, because okay, it
They
gets.
will.
I mean, okay, the Wakandans are kind of. The history of them is kind of weird now because during when Miles became a vampire and he was chosen by the Spider God.
Forgot about that.
The Spider God is essentially the Spider God is confirmed to be related. I think either the brother or the cousin of the Wakandan God.
Of fucking
one who
course
told-
it is. Why wouldn't it be?
So the Wakandan history now goes: our first ever Black Panther was an evil vampire that will come back one day and possess Blade and have him turn everyone into vampires.
Okay.
And there's also a spider god that is related to our mythology as well.
So
That very
Bender,
much like how, yes.
when you said evil vampire, I imagined that in the who's the guy who was with Barnacle Boy?
Oh,
Aquaman.
Mermaid Man.
Mermaid Man. I
Mermaid
imagined that was Mermaid Man saying
Evil!
that. Evil
Jedi,
vampire.
that's almost you want to know something more fucked up? That's more fucked up. That something that's more fucked up is Marvel canceling the new Ultimate Universe when DC has the Absolute Universe just because.
Oh, bite me.
I'm
Yeah.
not joking.
Bite
They're
my ass.
actually canceling the new Ultimate Universe, and that's their most acclaimed comics ever, and they're just canceling it because
Yeah, they can
even
tickle
though it
my
could have been
balls. What the fuck
competition.
is that shit?
Yeah,
No, it's
no.
supposed to be like they only they're letting it go for like 2 years or something.
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
Jonathan Hickman was pretty pissed.
Yeah,
I think anybody would be pissed if when you decide to
everyone's
bring-
mad. It was
you
apparently the
decide to bring
editorial
back-
that decided it. It was-
You decide to bring
Because we
back
can't-
Ultimate Marvel and then cancel it after 2 years. Fuck off.
Especially
Yeah.
when DC has absolute universe. You could have used it to compete with it, and
Yes.
you don't. What the fuck? Let's continue.
That Blades
It's because
won't
because we
not
can't
be
have
so lonely
Spider-Man be
anymore.
happy.
With his daughter at his side,
Which he was
also this
in
great
Ultimate
creature
Universe.
pet called Boy Thing. Let Marvel's vampires beware. For should they indulge their unnatural
Oh, you didn't
urges,
think I forgot
they'll be
about you,
sure
did
to
you?
Meet their end at the tip of his blade.
Cool shot.
Yeah,
That was the
nice
greatest
using Blade
ending.
too.
Today's battle is sponsored.
That was
No.
the greatest ending to one of their movies.
Today's battle is sponsored by
In
gambling.
every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and
Oh,
the
how
All
do
right,
you
Alec,
fuck
you're the
these?
big Buffy fan. You have the fact check
Yeah.
here.
For thousands of years.
Yeah.
I'm a Buffy fan too. What are you talking about?
In battle
I like
True.
Buffy enough. I've seen enough of it to like it.
I've seen all of the series and had to endure Joss Whedon's awful writing for the sequel comics.
You watched the movie.
Well, they also decided to delve into the novels.
Did I what?
Really.
Wait, hold on.
there's- Yeah, also known as
I've
Buffy
seen the
Saunders in the movie. Full
I
name,
love
Buffy
the
Ann
movie. Yeah.
Summers. 5'4". Occupations, waitress, counselor, law enforcement, love interests. Pike, Angel, Riley, Spike, Satsu. Death count, at least 2.
She's died
Yeah.
twice, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not
Founder and
wrong.
president
How
of the
that
Third
killed
Magic
you, Alec.
Council. Likes Icecapades, James Spader, Christian Slater, Pineapple Pizza, Christian
He also
Slater.
kill her
in
with
the no
fire.
hold on. So in the sequel comics, Buffy has a crush and has fantasies about having sex with both Daniel Craig in his short shorts from Casino Royale, and she also has a fantasy about Christian Bale getting in there as well.
Okay, look,
I mean,
I mean that's understandable.
if I
Yeah,
was
they
a
also-
chick, I would too.
Yeah.
I would too.
Kind of a little sad they didn't put that in there, but oh well.
That would have been
The
funny
savior of
though.
Humanity. Buffy's only goals in life were, in her own words, graduate from high school, go to Europe, marry Christian Slater.
Great editing.
But that would all change
Well,
when the
it's
wanted
Max.
Merrick
It's good.
appeared and revealed
Yeah.
her destiny.
Like, total bummer.
Merrick trained Buffy in the arts of vampire slang, and she became so efficient that she
Man, I love
burned
the
down
movie.
her school.
Oops.
Yep.
Forcing her and her mom to move
Oh,
to
oh my
Sunnydale,
God.
California.
And now
to
you're
start
a
a new
coat
life,
rack.
far away from
With
any
a
more
With a
new
new
face.
actress.
makeup.
Yes, a better actress.
Small problem. Sunny
Oh, a much better actress.
Buffy unironically wants to do American Psycho with Daniel Craig and Christian Bale. Yes, she does.
Yeah, that sounds like
Oh,
a
yeah.
all right. Along with new Watcher Giles, Wallflower Willow, part-time bad boy, part-time sad boy Angel, magical retcon
David
sister
Boreanaz.
Dawn, and Xander.
So,
What's wrong with
Awesome.
Xander, Alex?
so I haven't watched enough of
Uh,
it to know
his-
what's wrong with Xander.
So his actor
He's awful.
is a little nuts.
Oh joy, he went nuts. That's lovely.
Like,
Wait, is there
apparent-
nothing wrong with the actual character itself? It's just
The
The
actor
character
is-
himself goes through a rough patch. I
Yeah,
mean,
the character
look,
goes through a lot of bullshit. His girlfriend, so he gets together with one of the girls in the show, but
Okay.
he and
cheats on her.
he cheats on her with the
With
girl
Willow.
I thought. Yeah, with Willow, who was the girl I thought he should have been with from the beginning, anyways. And then she's already she's cheating on her boyfriend at the time with
Seth
him,
Green.
and then she cheats on him and Seth Green with the other girl whose name I don't remember.
Tara.
Tara, yes, thank you. And that was all
Everyone
because Joss
really-
Whedon, when he started writing the show, he was like, I want to have a gay character in here. I'll figure it out. And then he didn't figure it out, and it was bullshit.
It gets worse. No, okay, Alex. Okay, real quick. It gets worse in seasons 8 or 9 because Joss Whedon wrote those, and he not only continues to remind you that he can write gay. He wants to write gay characters, but he actually has one character drop the D word and he also turns Buffy bi-curious temporarily. Buffy does have a one-night stand with a girl, and there's a line of dialogue between her and Willow where Willow says, by the way, just so you know, I never would have slept with you. Like, I think I'm too
Bullshit.
good looking for you.
Bullshit.
Yes, and the entire... Okay, Buffy's bi-curious phase is basically resorted to, oh, Yeah, all of the girl that she slept with and Willow all think that they're too good for her.
Bullshit.
So it was a
That
sen-
was
she was a and Joss makes a great point to just detail how bad in bed Buffy is with the opposite sex.
What?
Do we also know
Opposite or
where
same?
Joss Whedon's working on
The-
I just want to say, guys,
the opposite.
guys,
I'm sorry,
I just wanna
same,
say,
the
guys-
same
Okay.
sex,
I
same
want,
sex.
hang on, I want to say this is one really fucked up triangle. I want nothing to do with it.
Buffy doesn't get into love triangles. She gets into love octagons.
Accurate.
We mean
This
truly
is
never ending.
mid
Sure, there's the
2000s
TV
Sarah
show,
Michelle
but
Gellar
Buffy
we're
has
talking
also been
about
slaying
here.
vampires across
Oh,
video games,
hi, Game Boy
comics, and
Advance,
128 novels.
No, Game Boy
Yeah.
Advance.
Thousands of pages of Buffy.
Okay, yeah,
That's
Game Boy
up,
Advance Buffy.
novels.
Oh, God.
We're just crazy enough.
Well, Game Boy
to
Advance as
read
well as
them
PS2 and
all.
Xbox.
had-
so she had.
I had a
in
couple
lot
of Buffy books
There's
when I
blood
was a
and
kid.
steaks,
I
of
didn't
course,
realize there were
sometimes
that many.
Yeah,
Knives and Steaks,
128.
Morningstar, grenades, flamethrower, M136 rocket launcher, Hellfire launcher, Hope's dagger, laser rifle, Olaf's hammer. I can't imagine that a hammer by Olaf the Snowman would be particularly helpful. Glove of Mehinigon, razor blades.
Dipped in Gorgon venom.
No,
that
that's-
could
It's
turn
cool
into
because it has a
something.
Z at the
He's
end.
Also experienced
Early
access to
2000s,
swords,
man,
quarter
everything
staffs,
was a Z.
holy water, just about anything.
Used
Because
Dragon Ball Z!
demon unable to be killed by any weapon forged in his time. Buffy introduced his
Casually
into the
holding a
20th
rocket launcher.
century.
She's also
Yep.
a master of Aikido, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing,
Yeah,
kickboxing,
Buffy is her.
wrestling, karate,
Aikido.
I'm Macho Man.
Wushu, Tai Chi, Kendo,
And now I-
Capoeira, and Taekwondo.
And now I got one of my buddies after this
More than
episode
Blade.
who's-
Ooh, movie
Okay,
masters
so
who's
that's-
gotten
on the Buffy train.
That's a lot of
Thanks to her
crossover. You
Slayer
could have left
senses,
most
her
of that
reflexes
out.
are fine-tuned enough to
Anyone
dodge
notice that her
close-range
nips was
Gatling
poking
gun
out
Why-
from that shot?
why-
from the sky, and even
Fucking
beams of light.
Terminator, why
She's kept
not?
up with another Slayer, Faith, who can dodge laser beams from point-blank range.
Of course.
Buffy's strong enough
From
to
a guy who
bend
looks
rebar,
like
punch
Snowflake.
this 4.5-ton
Noxar
fat
Boy
monster
says the
into
first
air
vampire wasn't a
and,
Black Panther.
smash
For the
hard
panel
enough
read
to
the first
tear
Black
apart a
Panther.
building.
Yeah, I think
Despite her lack of armor,
I don't
Really
think we-
happened in the
I don't
show.
think
Did
we
she
said
really
that the
fuck a
first-
house to the
I don't think we said that the first vampire was a Black Panther. We said that the first Black Panther was a vampire.
It was the
Alex, but
opposite.
did Buffy really fuck so hard a house collapsed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't a
Yeah,
house. It was
so-
It was like a shed.
So you
It
know,
It
was-
was a private domicile and she will
So-
not be harassed?
so hang
Yeah,
on. So
yes.
you know how in Twilight, Edward and Bella snap their bed in half when they're doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where
Or when
Twilight. Buffy is where Twilight got that idea from, except they did it lamely.
Because okay, the context is that Buffy's third boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend, Spike, who
Please,
was
enough with the Akadons.
who was a bad guy previously, but then he was
Yeah.
kind
We
of
have
turning
to
to
go
the
to
light
the
side.
Akadon.
Him and Buffy, when they first had sex, they destroyed his hideout all night. And by the way, it wasn't just an hour-long session. No, they screwed all night long that they destroyed most of his shed.
If
not all of it.
Long. Spike is portrayed by Zamasu and King
32
Piccolo. Yes.
hours.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Dude, he's a great character, and the actor who portrays him is also really good. I really
Yes,
like him.
and Joss Whedon made it very apparent to him that he hated his ass and Spike.
Jesus.
Which is, yeah, I hate one of the best characters in my own show that I created.
So
in
much
Cass.
that I hate it. I, Joss Whedon, hate this actor and his character so much that I'm going to pin him to a wall, pick him up by his by his shirt collar, and tell him that the only reason you're here is because the people upstairs want me to keep you around. But if you fuck around on my team, I'm kicking your ass out.
Do we know if he's working on the reboot series that's coming out next
No. Joss Whedon
No,
has been blacklisted from Hollywood after what happened a couple
He's
years
out.
ago.
The only
No,
way
don't
he
do
gets
shit.
back in is if James Gunn hires him, and even that's unlikely.
I'm pretty sure he even knows how bad
Well,
Joss
you know,
Whedon is
Yeah.
after how they screwed over.
I mean,
Joss-
to be fair,
Justice
James
League.
Gunn's best friend is a convicted pedophile, so his standards aren't that off.
Now, I would totally believe that he'd tap Joss Whedon for Wonder Woman, because Joss Whedon's been sitting on that Wonder Woman script for 20 years, And it's not that
please,
bad.
for the love of God,
It's not that bad. It's actually not a bad
Alex,
script.
you're so full of
Joss Whedon can write some good stuff. It's just not all the time nowadays.
His run on X-Men was fucking amazing, and I still stand by that.
Continue.
All right, let's go.
She can survive massive explosions.
Let's keep speed running.
Yep.
This.
Destroyed civilians layer that's bigger on the inside.
Of course
Yep.
it is. It's Doctor Who
Bigger
logic.
on the
She is
inside.
injured, she heals
Accelerated
fast.
healing, heightened senses, martial arts and weapons expertise, Gladiator's trance, Slayer mode, superhuman resistance to hypnosis and mind control, clairvoyance, superhuman poisons and sedatives, physical possession, soul manipulation, and memory manipulation.
It's enough to be
Yeah.
You know,
Fun.
Slayer mode
Excuse
when
me.
the super meter is.
It's the Avatar state for her.
All of the blood from her body.
Doesn't she
Yep.
gotta be
All
asleep
these
for that?
thoughts
Though?
running through my
Since Angel's
head,
blood draining
arms on
also
fire,
drains
veins burning
magical energy.
red.
Yeah, Buffy's own magic makes her
Frustration.
weirdly resilient
Bigger.
to esoteric
Bang,
attacks.
bang,
Like when
bang.
she expelled this
Pull
Pull my Slayer trigger.
trying to possess her body.
When Buffy
or
returned to
when
the-
she resisted her soul.
Scatter her soul across the eons among these thousands of years of Slayers. No, she thought it, and it echoed over millions of days, infinite moments. I am the Slayer. Why are there not quotes around that? Why are there? This is moment by moment, life by life. In an instant fraction of forever, she pulled herself back, heart and soul. She grasped the lifeline that was the primal power of the Slayer, and she found herself again. Is this fucking?
This is from the novel.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just
the original
asking. Is this
novel.
fucking
Oh.
Undertale?
Yeah, no. No, that's not the
Literally,
weirdest
it's
thing.
Undertale.
That's not the
What
weirdest
fuck?
thing. There was one thing they left out that my friend Tay showed me. There is a novel that introduces a new power she has that she unlocks. She essentially has a force field inside her body that protects her from anything wicked or anything that tries to enter her body.
Okay,
So
let's
she's-
let's just move on now.
We'll
Let's-
move.
Ripped apart and scattered
Another
across
smart
the
boy
line.
says neither
Before that
Vashenga, the
time, she
original
jumped
first
into
Black
a vat
Panther,
of
nor
boiling
Mosi, the,
liquid so
the
hot it could reduce
retconned
people to
1 million
skeletons.
BC
She
Black
was just
Panther
She might
were
not
vampires
show
either.
physical scars,
I don't know.
but
I was
she
just
sure
going
has
on what I
emotional
thought they were
ones.
saying.
Being the Slayer put a
So-
huge burden on Buffy.
And
Oh, here we
apparently
go.
she also has a universal level
Isolated. Forced to
Yes, but they don't mention
it.
faced on a daily basis.
because,
Sure, she
but apparently that one's like
friends,
non-standard
but they couldn't
stuff.
understand her unique struggle.
Like when Angel turned evil after he took her virginity and tried
Angelus,
to destroy
yeah.
the world. That must be
Angelus.
one of those metaphors.
Sometimes the worst enemies are the ones you can't fight and who don't fight back.
Made even
Yeah.
worse, her having all the memories of the other Slayers
course.
bouncing around in her head, dating back to the Stone Age.
Buffy has dreamt of
Buffy can tap into her skills subconsciously. She can fight without thinking, sense danger in advance, and fight at her full potential even after her memories are erased. So she's Spider-Man.
She's Spider-Man.
Pretty much. Yeah, Joss Whedon literally created a Spider-Man OC.
every battle a Slayer has
Respect
ever
that,
fought,
honestly.
and can call upon those skills in a fight, even subconsciously.
But this includes the memories of their deaths. Countless women violently dying young. A reminder
Hi,
of
on
her
Spike.
inevitable fate.
A fate that came to pass when she fought the Hell
This
God
part of the analysis
Glory.
makes it seem like the
After
show's really
leaping
well
into
written.
Glory's reality
It
and
is.
was.
Generally
dimensional
speaking,
hole.
Okay, good.
Glory hole, if you
Generally
will.
speaking, Buffy is really good.
sacrificed herself
There are some
It is.
I need to
there are
watch
some
it
rough
eventually.
things,
dying
but
a hero's death.
Yep.
It appears my glory hole joke was.
And that's Spike crying
Of
over
course it
her
was.
death.
Freed of her unfair
She saved the
earthly
world a lot.
responsibilities, Buffy's soul ascended to
you know
heaven
that's
in
Wait,
perfect
wait.
bliss.
Wait for it.
Wait.
Until her friends brought her back to life in the agony.
Man, that was a great fake out, but god damn it.
Absolutely crushed Buffy, and ironically,
Oh yeah, pause.
annihilated her will.
So okay, this is something that I complained about with Ruby's analysis that they skipped over, but they do it here. They actually talk about how when Buffy was brought back to life in the season 6 opener, she actually wanted to die because she had experienced heaven and her soul was at peace. But as soon as she was brought back to Earth, she didn't have the heart to tell her friends. You kind of just made life worse for me now because I'm alive again, and I have so many worries and responsibilities, all because you idiots couldn't let me be happy because you were selfish.
It basically like, you fools couldn't keep me couldn't keep me dead. Now could you?
Yeah, with the Ruby example, I can understand it because most of Ruby sucks ass, so I can
Yeah, I
understand
think
why.
they.
it's like
I
that.
think they.
With
more
this,
of a
I
brush
don't think
over.
that's really justified. They should have dug into that for like 20 more seconds.
Continue.
But yeah,
Still holding
let's-
that against that episode. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you're good, you're good.
I would too.
Continue.
Oh, that's rough, Buffy. But with the show renewed for more seasons, she had to nut up and continue her
Well, one more season.
against all things Spirit Halloween.
Buffy's back.
What do you mean one more?
Straight.
It was canceled after that.
No,
Yes.
it ended after that. It didn't get canceled. It's just so
Oh, yeah.
that what they were going through. That was season 6 that they were referencing. And then when Boomstick says with the show renewed for more seasons, it was a season. It ended in season 7.
I thought there was a season 8. Someone said season 8.
There are
earlier.
there are more seasons, but okay, it's in comic form. You have to read the comics.
Oh my
Yep.
fucking god, that explains
Yeah.
the lesbian.
I
thing.
have been saying this. I literally said this.
I
Yes.
thought
if-
you were talking for a moment. I thought you were talking about the show this
And-
happened.
No. There
Is it the
are
master from Doctor Who.
Destroyed the
And
Seat of
there's
Wonder,
also-
lifted Olaf's enchanted hammer, caught the sword that sealed Akathala, survived Willow's unrestrained magic power, matched Oz's micro-millisecond reactions, gouged out
Wizard
the
of
Hell Lord
Oz!
Belphegor's eyes, withstood lightning from the Gatherer, defeated the Master. The Master is the villain of season
From the first
1.
season.
I
Yes.
know. I'm
Dracula,
fucking
First
around.
Evil, Hellmother.
Oh, Castlevania.
No, her universe is Dracula.
You're fucking around.
She actually
Yeah,
killed him
there's-
twice, but he's still alive, and he's actually their frenemy in the comics.
Of course he is.
He
And they
also
got a
is.
reboot coming out soon.
He also
So-
has some sexual tension with Xander.
God,
Of course.
course.
Stop with the Akadons.
Defeated vampires immune to traditional vampiric weaknesses, and destroyed the Sword of Sano, which caused the Great Hanshin earthquake.
And of course, both Buffy and her friends have defeated countless immensely powerful demons.
Like the Queller Demon, which arrived
Why
as
hasn't
a
there
meteor
ever
and
been
caused
a
the Tunguska
supernatural
explosion,
Buffy
which destroyed over
crossover?
2,000 square
Because,
feet.
Because
Or the
Supernatural
Thorough
came
Demon,
out years after.
No, it didn't.
Well,
It came out in
I will say,
2005.
What?
Why can they do a comic crossover between both?
Yeah.
That would actually be kind of rad.
Because so
Right,
currently, I believe Boom Studios owns the right to the Buffy comic, and Supernatural is
Is a
getting a
DC.
and Warner Brothers is partnering with Dynamite Comics to do a prequel to Supernatural that takes place before season 2 or 3, I think. So they would have to get the rights for both to do a crossover.
That would be cool if they could
would.
do it. It's unlikely, but it would be cool.
Yeah. Dynamite Entertainment has done Buffy comics. Buffy has actually had comics made by a lot of people except Marvel.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway.
How would a Buffy Blade crossover go?
Well, canonically, Buffy, Blade, has, I don't know if he was being sarcastic, but in universe, he has said that Buffy is related to him. She's his cousin.
Excuse me.
What?
Maybe like.
She's my
And then
my
in the
cousin from
Marvel,
another mother. I was trying
yeah,
to
and
figure
then
out-
in one of the most recent games, I think it's Midnight Suns, somebody asks Blade if he knows Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Blade says, of course, it's one of my favorite shows.
I'm looking on the crossover wiki, and guess what's at the bottom of the list of Buffy crossovers?
Blade.
Death Battle.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Yeah,
continue.
talking about all the time she's been referenced or
Bro.
other shows referenced her. She's hadn't had a actual crossover. The only thing they count is that Doctor Who and Buffy have referenced each other, and that's about it.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh yeah, and Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is canon to Buffy and vice versa, I guess. Let's
Nintendo
continue.
stands
I'm
for
not,
everything
I'm
at
not
this
going
point.
into that.
She's also a match for Angel, who survived a blast that could rupture a continental shelf, and took hits from Whistler, whose magic contained
That
a
Angel
bomb that
big
could
ball.
vaporize London.
She even faced off against the first evil, literally the embodiment of all evil that predates reality itself.
For
Season 7.
against stronger and stronger baddies, Buffy clearly needed something to
Yeah.
even the odds. The
Here we go.
Slayer safe.
It's actually a Bardiche.
The fucking
Whatever. I'm
Keyblade.
just gonna say it. This thing is.
It really is. It really is. A
All right,
Keyblade.
hang on.
Buffy's Slayer
Counterpart to Excalibur,
so-
forged to kill old ones. Contains the essence of Buffy's Slayer powers, cuts through magic, space, and ghosts. Oh god. Dax better be careful. Power absorption, reflection, redistribution, magical wards against theft and power removal. This scythe conceived a child with Willow in the novels.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
What the fuck?
I'm not going
Okay,
to.
wait, I got a quick question. If the Stout Creek got hold of this, would he kill Casper?
Oh no, so that's the
Yes.
thing. Nobody but a Slayer can use this thing. If they
Okay,
try,
never mind.
it's essentially like Mjolnir, where if you are not a Slayer, you cannot wield this thing. Also,
Like,
if
is
you
it, like,
don't,
would it kill you if you tried using it, or would you can't pick it
no,
up?
it just
That's
won't. No,
some-
you just can't use it. You can't use its bullshit powers. I mean,
Okay,
and
but,
also
like,
too.
no, it's just, okay, so
But
it's
what
just
if-
a normal
Okay,
blade
so if
otherwise.
Superman
Yeah,
picks it up and hits a vampire with it, will it still kill the vampire?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is like, does
Stake
it
will,
follow,
because
like,
okay, so the blade itself won't kill them, but the stake will, because
But but what if he hits them really hard?
potentially it could kill them.
Because we're talking
Sounds
about
like something
Superman
like
here.
that
Here,
would
if he
Yeah,
just
no,
hits that
no, no,
vampire as hard as he can with that wouldn't.
So
wouldn't the
basically,
blunt
if you
force
try-
alone work.
So if a regular person tries to use it, then it's like it's just not going to refuse to not work, or can you just still use it like a regular weapon?
He's asking the right questions.
Yeah.
Why did everyone go silent at that? Of all the things to go silent at, why is it the most normal asked question so far?
Hey, I'm
You're
asking
trying
a
to think about
question.
it.
If I were to just pick it up, I don't get the powers. But
Anyway, so
No,
But does the
he
side
has a
twist
point
work?
though. It would just be a normal blade, right?
yeah, no. So okay, look. So basically, all right. I'm about to drop some more bullshit on this thing. In
God,
season
please,
7,
no.
in season 7, when this thing was introduced, it was just
Okay.
it can kill anything demonic, and I mean anything. But because this thing, it's been a while since Alex has watched it, but he can probably back up what I'm about to say. This thing was introduced in the last 4 to 5 episodes that they didn't exactly have a way to write what this scythe was at that moment, other than, okay, it belongs to a Slayer, it essentially unlocks everything, and it can kill anything that is demonic. But in the comics, this thing, Joss Whedon and the writers just decided, let's just make this weapon the most bullshit, overpowered weapon right up there with some of the other bullshit, powerful weapons in fiction.
Yeah.
couldn't just make this an heirloom?
So as Tony can probably vouch for, that's like a rushed tokusatsu thing. Is like, we need a way to beat the big bad guy at the end of the series. Let's introduce this toy that the designer worked on that we haven't worked into the rest of the series, and or it's more like a
Like,
tokusatsu movie kind of thing. And it's like, here's
Also,
a
Don't
form
Brothers
to beat
where-
the ultimate villain.
Also,
and with
you need
with the
I'm sorry,
ass pull
also,
technique.
yeah, also, real quick, in the comics, when Buffy loses her powers, because yes, she can lose her powers if you actually make things to take away her powers, this thing can't be lifted with normal human strength. You need superhuman strength to lift it.
So you can be really
Uh-huh.
strong and still at least use it, though.
No, so okay, what I mean is you have to essentially have super strength to lift it. So let's say if you were a bodybuilder and you could at most like bench like 1,000 pounds, like that's your limit. So if you are just a regular human and have human strength, you can't lift this thing, no matter how much muscle you have.
But if you're someone like the Hulk, you can just pick it up just fine.
Yes, you would need super strength to lift it.
It would be
Would it
very,
be very
difficult
hard
to
to-
maneuver.
But
Yes,
it's very hard to do so, like picking up Mjolnir.
Kind of, yeah. Again, Alex brought it up. Alex just brought it up. If you're not someone like Batman or somebody who like Blade, you
level?
can lift this thing and maneuver it. But if you're someone like the Hulk, if the Hulk picks it up, he can't use it because to him it's just a tiny toy.
But he could still use it. It's just going to be difficult to just pick it up.
Well, no,
Oh,
he
you can
couldn't use it at all. He would have to. He couldn't use it because it's essentially like a toothpick.
So essentially, it only activates its actual function
Excuse me?
if an actual Slayer picked it up. To everyone
Yes.
else, and to everyone else, they might as well be just.
But it has to be a special. But yes, it has to be a Slayer like Buffy, Faith, or one of the other chosen Slayers.
Okay.
And it's not something like Samurai Jack's sword, where if someone were to try and somehow kill her with it, it's just not going to harm her.
Well, no, it's not like that. No, and plus two, her
Like
she
that
has a
now.
healing factor, so it really
I'm
doesn't matter.
surrounded by Buffy nerds.
So I have a question. Would Optimus Prime be able to use this thing?
No.
Would he be
No.
able to? Because he's super strong. He could pick it up and throw it at somebody.
But he's not a Slayer. He mostly takes care of sci-fi.
It's basically just it's literally just a regular axe
No,
if you're not a Slayer.
I understand that.
Oh.
I'm being facetious here. It's like
Yes, I know.
If you
Anyway,
have
okay.
if you have enough super strength, you can use this to kill vampires.
Yes, you
without
just can't
accessing its
yeah.
abilities.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, yeah. So again, none of us could lift this thing or use it, but if somebody with super strength lifted it, yes, they can use it, but they just can't access its powers because it's not meant for them.
So, if I
Like a
were to say,
fingerprint kind of thing.
because I can deadlift pretty heavy. If I was to say deadlift this,
Alex, you're
this
not-
and
Alex,
drop
you're
it
not
off of a
superhuman.
skyscraper
I
onto
mean-
Dracula's head, would that count as? Would that work?
If you can't lift it, but you can drag it with you, then yes, you could theoretically just drop it on Dracula and it'd kill him.
What if I just accidentally just launched it, or like say I just
Put it in a
fall
slingshot.
over, like I fall over the couch and the
Well,
axe
see, it would be better if you aimed it at the opposite end, because again, the top half is a blade, the second half, the bottom half, is a stake.
But let's say I didn't know it was there. Would it still work? Like
Yes.
I plop on the couch. It just goes
It's going to work. Like, look, if you can find a way to at least drag the thing or load it up, then yes, you can use it. It's just, again, you can't lift it.
Yeah, you can't access the
But can
special
we-
powers either. So,
But can you set it up as a Rube Goldberg device to eventually
Knox,
kill someone?
I think I'm a Slayer.
Kevin says they're referring to when Wesley Snipes was slated to play T'Challa before Chadwick Boseman. I couldn't tell you. Noxer Boy says no. One of the guys was talking about the comic page with Blade possessed by the first vampire in comic lore.
Yes.
Kevin says Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon are both fictional universes in Bleach, at least on Burn the Witch. Tekken is also a fictional universe in Bleach based on Tatsuki and Ichigo playing it. Benjamin, you and Alex are fans of Doctor Who, while I'm unable to get into the series.
Yeah, we should probably get back to this. Oh,
Bender,
sorry, go ahead.
Gizmo, you into Doctor Who?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a Doctor Who fan.
I'm
yeah,
into
of course.
Doctor Who up
Imagine
until
me
they.
being dragged to a
Tony.
void by Buffy fans.
I was into Doctor Who up until after Capaldi. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony,
Rob.
are you a Whovian?
I wouldn't consider myself one, but I'm at least familiar with enough Doctor Who to get by. And
Okay,
I'll
so
say-
you're at most
I know-
casual.
Ben, we're gonna
Yeah,
drag
but
you
I've
into
seen
we're
the
gonna
last
drag you
few
kicking and
seasons.
screaming into being
the last
a
couple
Slayer head.
seasons they did.
I
in
had
the-
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
Let's do it.
I had a functional 11th Doctor Sonic screwdriver once.
I
I
have that one
I
as
have
well.
m-
I have the
I
10th
do
Doctor
too.
screwdriver as well.
Nice. All right, let's continue. We've gone on for long too, and this simulation,
God.
this fight simulation is 8 minutes, so it's a long
Defeat
fight.
ancient demons. The scythe can deflect
Also
magical
have
projectiles
cameos at
and
the
slice
beginning.
through just about anything. Ghosts,
Yep.
magic, even space itself, destabilizing reality.
So that's not
in the
how you
process.
wield a battle axe, but
Silas,
okay.
The devourer of worlds. Kinda like Galactus, but instead of chomping on planets, he eats the multiverse. And there goes his head.
Cool.
Yep.
Great.
Off with
the
his
most
head.
powerful tool in her arsenal. In effect,
That is super not how you. Okay, so that's good.
You see what I mean?
Was missing.
Sarah
With
Michelle
the
Gellar
scythe,
is wielding
Buffy
it right.
was
Why
finally
isn't the
whole.
comic doing
Being
it?
the Slayer was no longer a burden.
Parents don't know how to interpret it.
Slayer powers with thousands of girls around
Find
the
a
world. They
picture.
all teamed up and kicked the first evil's ass.
Suddenly, the
Oh,
always
it was-
isolated Buffy had thousands of shoulders to lean on, a sisterhood of Slayers.
And thousands more reasons for any wannabe demon conqueror to stay away from Earth. Because unless you want to get your blood all over her stylish yet affordable boots, you'll steer clear of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Cool ending. I like that now.
I need to be reminded. I need to be reminded.
As you know, it's
Did they
Skeletober.
actually almost get Sarah Michelle Gellar to
No,
reprise
stupid,
her role
it's
here?
the Skeletober Celebration.
No.
No.
She was busy. Even if they tried, she would have been busy. She would have been busy doing more of the continuation for Hulu.
Yeah. Hey, at least it's better than that reboot they were going to be doing.
Wait, is that a
Oh,
pillow?
fuck off
We
with
sell
that
pillows
reboot.
now? Hell yeah! I'll take 7.
You can find all that and more.
Absolute
including our limited
cinema.
edition mats that are selling pretty quick.
Yeah.
At www.deathbattle.gg. That's www.
If you buy these things, the show can continue.
Happy Skeletober.
Yeah.
If you buy these things, we can stick it to Rooster Teeth.
All right, the
Yeah.
curtains are set, and we've run the data through all possible.
Money, 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 money.
Money. Death Battle.
Here we go.
Jedi,
I like how
you want
Buffy's
to
last
tell
game
Alex
appearance
what the
was
place
in
is called?
fucking Xbox.
Okay, yeah, so, alright, so they shot this in a bar in Vegas, and I kid you not, this bar is called Disco Pussy.
I like that. I love
Has
that.
Steel Panther ever performed there?
No, that's Sam.
They should.
There,
I saw
that was
Jocelyn.
Lisa earlier. Here's our
There's
Buffy. Okay, so before anyone asks, a lot of people made this mistake. Mare, who's portraying, there's Ben Singer. There's
Jocelyn.
Lisa.
No,
There's Jocelyn.
Hold on. I want to see.
Mare, who plays Buffy here.
Chad has the hoodie. Chad has the hoodie.
Yeah, Mare, who plays Buffy. A lot of people thought she was wearing a wig. That's not a wig. That's just her hair.
Ooh, people thought that
okay.
was a wig.
Yeah, I was worried.
Yeah.
I was also worried about her.
I like the
at the
effect
start
on
of
the
this
gun. I
episode.
like that.
Breathing gun, man. It's creepy.
I don't know this actress, but
Let's listen to her
It's
monologue.
just-
Let's listen.
Long before they had
She was apparently in some Darman shorts as well. When I was
Yeah.
looking up what she was in.
Yeah.
Which made me and Ben worry about like how she'd do for the fight.
there's a story going on. Let's listen.
You have waited long enough. Tonight, we remember who we were. Tonight,
Darmon
we
ass.
take back what was always ours.
Oh,
Tonight,
Oh, I think you just done fucked up, son.
we feast.
Get the techno music going.
the music. I
Here we go.
Oh, here we go!
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Jocelyn. Oh, that's Ben
That-
the DJ. Ben the DJ's back.
He's just chilling out the entire time.
Okay,
Yeah,
Alex,
look
you're
at
gonna
them all.
love these effects.
I like how Buffy's
Alex,
got
you're-
the guitar case. Like
Oh,
she's,
yep. Alex,
Del Mariachi.
prepare yourself. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Get the kill count go.
Oh, I love Buffy's kills.
They're clean, man. Look at that.
Oh.
right in the eye.
Oh, wait.
Contact numbers.
I love
kill.
how precise they
Oh,
are.
2 and 1.
That reminds me of the Alan Wake kills in the first game. So fucking good.
Oh, I love this kill. Shoot.
So good.
Kick.
Oh, there's the theme.
Yep, there's Liam. Bye, Liam. Oh, here we go. Oh,
Oh, that's a good
oh, here
shot.
comes Alex.
Go.
Alex, you're gonna love this.
Here it goes.
Go
Oh my god, it's a
Suplex! Let's go!
They had to tell him that they have to do that godlike
And the
suplex
UV
thing.
grenade from Blade 2!
And the DJ goes out like a king.
Goes down like a boss.
Hell yeah. Bye, DJ fans. You were awesome.
God, the fact that they
Alex,
played,
what did you think of that action
That was
sequence?
great.
Oh,
the
it gets
fact
better.
that they played the Blade
Quiet.
club music.
Oh no.
Breathing gun.
Don't kill her with the breathing gun. Chop her head off, at least. Let her
That's
die with
cool.
some normal dignity.
Nope.
Oh, here's the shot from the teaser.
Shoot's just a kid.
Not anymore.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, no.
That's
No,
not the voice.
it's fine until you think about it. Maybe
You get used to it.
Yeah, it
I
reminds
think
me of a Teenage Blade. I like it.
it's best to think about this as Samuel presenting young
Oh,
Blade.
here we go. Oh, man. Oh. Jacket. There you go.
Fucking go!
Oh, she got the sword.
Girl, damn.
I was worried she wouldn't be able to
God
keep
damn.
up, but she does in this fight.
No, I told Alex off camera. Mare trained for 8 months in Muay Thai from her boyfriend, who
Oh,
was the
that's
stunt
that's a
coordinator.
great block there too.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Oh, great
Oh
shot
my
right
God.
Oh yeah, Jedi told me this. Before the props they destroy in this episode, they create duplicates from this place, so they wouldn't destroy anything real.
Oh, come on now. How awesome would it be if you guys were and it was like,
Okay, so that's better. I would have gone
Yep.
back and like done ADR on the take for the other one, but then had him do that again. In
Yeah.
like
Oh.
this, because
Oh.
that delivery was just a little bit rough. Here, it's really good.
Oh,
Oh shit. Oh.
yeah.
I'm
That's a
That
great
is-
visual joke.
By the way, Alex, real quick, when she knocked off his glasses, I don't know if you could tell, but she actually hit him in the lip.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Stiff.
Oh
working.
no.
Sometimes you gotta work stiff like that.
oh yeah,
Oh no.
oh no.
Come on.
Not the tit, not the
Come
tit,
on,
not the
come
tit.
on.
Oh!
Right in the pectoral muscle.
Some great facial acting here too.
Oh, there you go. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
Here comes the line.
Amateur hour. There's always some motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill.
yeah! It's such a good
Ooh.
shot.
He
Good
can
shot, Lens,
actually
here.
see. I like how he's selling this, is because now he actually
Yeah.
does sound like a teenage Blade. This is like I can imagine this is like young Wesley
Blade.
Snipes, you know?
Oh! That wasn't visual effects either. She actually hit him with the bottle.
Yeah,
Was
good.
that top model?
Here's a gun.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh, look at the bullet. Look at the.
can't
Oh,
believe
that's
it.
gross.
Oh no.
But the bullet comes back to hit you.
No, those aren't actually
No.
how the bullets look like. I like how
No, the
they actually made them
question-
look gross.
The question is, will her healing factor be able to counter that bullet?
Should,
it
yes.
Yes.
It likely wouldn't.
We're up
But
to the finale.
Oh, here it comes. This is the shot I wanted you to see.
Another sword.
I see you cut through adamantium.
Bring it on.
Holy shit! Okay, so yeah, so beat that.
So cool.
There you. Oh.
If you can't break a weapon, control it.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, that was the hamstring.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good shot right there.
I wonder if they put
many
contact
good
on
shots.
them.
These
It
are
was
all
like
good
that.
shots. This looks like an official short film festival film.
It does.
hey,
In
man
the
goes
time,
for
Oh,
full.
there it is.
time,
This would probably be the moment where she has like a flashback or something before the plot kicks in.
Time for the kill. Oh, stake through the heart.
Decapitation!
Yeah.
she broke the sword too.
Yep, the adamantium.
Blade tried to block it.
Secondary adamantium.
That's brutal.
Broken the bad kill curse.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm.
Quiet.
Gotta go for one last pump.
Looks like you got ahead of yourself.
Fuck yes.
To be Blade tenured no
The
longer.
best of the trilogy.
I figured with Blade's many years of comic book history, he'd have the edge.
Believe it or not, Buffy is actually in more comics than Blade.
Really? Man, Blade can't catch a break.
Let's break this
And
down
Blade's
into
been
4
around
categories.
longer.
First up, stats.
Yeah.
Buffy's lifted much heavier things and survived more significant explosions.
Like,
Yep.
sure, Blade's strong
Buffy
and all,
was the
but
one
he isn't
motherfucker who
literally
I skated
fucking
uphill,
buildings
yep.
apart like Buffy.
Yep.
Scaling to the monsters they
Buffy
Alex.
scales to nearly a dozen power feats across her media that exceeds any of Blade's scaling, and Chaos bleeds. Buffy's sword, Hope's dagger, harmed the god of evil, dispersing its consciousness across all dimensions of reality.
From the PS2 game.
Compare Dracula
Yeah, of
creating
course.
a storm that covered Boston to the Sorrow Demon creating a storm that covered Los Angeles, a city over 5 times larger. You might be able to compare Blade to Spider-Man like Miles, who absorbed a bomb that could blow up Harlem, but that's significantly weaker than Whistler containing a blast that could wipe out London. They could both dodge
Blade
Alex.
scales to Cyclops and Daredevil, who are both stated to react in nanoseconds, while Buffy scales to Oz, who is stated to react in micromilliseconds. Both statements are likely hyperbolic and would be equal to each other regardless. Thank you for acknowledging that that is probably hyperbole, because, dear God, the actual calculation of that shit,
Stupid.
light beams, but that doesn't keep Buffy from taking the overall edge in stats.
Blade's used to being the odd man out, though, so his versatility is just as important.
With Blade's numerous powers and massive arsenal, he certainly could have overwhelmed the more straightforward Buffy.
Machine guns and magic swords are generally gonna beat out crossbows and morning stars. Not to mention, he actually wears
Of your
armor.
goddamn
Also,
mind.
Blade's faster healing
Boy Thing's armor ability did not resist the Slayer Scythe's spatial cutting or power absorption, while his ability to burn anyone who feels fear hurts Silver Surfer. Buffy's supernatural courage would resist this, so she would be a great
Good
Green
argument.
Lantern, is what you're saying.
Yep.
factor and immunity to traditional vampire weaknesses kept Buffy on the back foot for a time. Blade wins versatility.
But when it comes to skill, Buffy's got plenty of experience fighting armed opponents barehanded.
Both of them were masters of a similar number.
Although she also tends to
And
get
Blade has been
disarmed a
kicking
lot
vampire ass
in the
for a
show, from what I
century,
know.
way longer than Buffy's even
Yes.
been alive.
While Blade may have more
While Blade knows of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and according to Midnight Suns, it is his favorite show, let's be real, he hasn't read the novels. I haven't read all of the novels. I'm a Buffy fanboy.
I don't think that many people even know that Buffy had novels either.
I didn't know they had over 100 of those.
Oh,
For
and
research, you had to read every single novel. I feel bad for
multiple
the guy,
research.
little girl who did that.
personal experience. Buffy's ability to draw on Slayer battles dating back to the Stone Age, at least 40 times older than Blade, gives her the superior skill. Even
Good argument, too.
They both had weapons and abilities so powerful they could
Yeah,
end
the breathing
fight
gun here was
instantly,
basically one of the
regardless
big
all else.
They're
trump
Yeah.
cards for
trump
this matchup.
cards.
If-
Fortunately for Buffy,
especially if he
she
managed
actually
to land a
countered
kill
almost all of
shot.
what Blade could throw at her.
Withstanding
Big
Blade
thing
draining
is
her
if.
energy with his bite? Check.
Resisting the Hellfire shotgun, destroying her soul. Check.
Preventing Blade turning
The
to
Shadow Demon is
Yep.
described as mist and smoke, and Buffy repelled it from entering her body. She also beat her version of Dracula, who could turn into mist by timing her strikes between his shapeshifting.
Nice.
and exploding her
Yes.
from the inside out?
Yes, she did.
Check.
Meanwhile, Blade had no way to survive.
Oop, never one.
The side's powers means Buffy can't be sealed away and can resist the magic nullification of Blade's Atlantean swords.
Yep.
course.
Save Buffy's
Yeah, there's
organ venom
one
turning into
comic
stone.
panel that was
Even
shown
with
that
the
with her
deadly
basically
just
just
plain gross breathing
being able to
gun,
Virgil her
Blade
way
did
out
not
of
have
the
anything
sealing
as potent as
artifact,
the
sealing
Slayer
her
side.
somewhere.
It could easily deflect the breathing
Oh, never one.
The breathing gun's homing bullets have been stopped before, like by Madcap. The gun also can't hurt holy beings. Given Buffy's powers are angelic in the novels, the gun may not work against her at all. That's actually a good point. I was going to ask if
I
it
didn't
would
even
have,
know.
if it would have, considering that her supernatural abilities are on, a specific half of the spectrum. I was going to ask, would that, if it would have actually had a major effect on her, or if it would have been, like, permanent. Because her healing abilities should be able to counter.
or use its space-cutting ability to slice
But
through
even
his
then,
break
it's also a matter of like
Don't believe us?
if she was
Even
considered
Wolverine's
demonic in
adamantium
nature,
skeleton was
though.
cut in half when a portal closed on top of him. That's the same kind of thing.
And Wolverine's
Oh,
beta
hang on,
adamantium skeleton
pause.
is a much tougher version.
Pause. So here's the thing. A Wolverine's skeleton is made of adamantium. His connective tissue is not made of adamantium. That's a stupid argument.
No, but it's still
But-
cut through the bone.
It doesn't.
And
I'm
also-
saying it
They don't
doesn't have
explain
to cut
how,
through the
though.
bone.
No,
It does,
so
though.
what I would have done you already didn't. You already showed and talked about how Buffy's scythe can cut through secondary adamantium isn't as strong as mainline adamantium, and they're trying to say and back up that even if the blade was made out of real adamantium, their example is, oh, but real adamantium can be cut through too. Here's Wolverine being cut in half, and therefore the scythe can just do that too. But that's a portal. There's a difference between a portal cutting him in half and the scythe doing it.
Yeah. That's
why
I'm
able to make portals.
I mean, they made a decent argument back in the Raiden episode. I'm not sure why they couldn't find another example like that, but let's continue.
Version of the same metal.
Oh, and since the scythe could kill Silas, a multiverse devouring god, I think it could take down Blade with a big enough swing.
Giving Buffy the final advantage.
Gang, just one advantage.
Blade had a chance, but Buffy sure put a damn fear on things.
The winner is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Next time.
Oh yeah, here's the next time.
This might be the Torian episode.
Oh no, they used footage from the Netflix show.
Dear God.
It's the Torian episode, Alex. It's the Torian episode.
Our first non-Final Fantasy VII character. Let's go.
Yeah, this episode, Alex, quiet. This is for context. Alex, shut the fuck up. Okay, so for context, this is a character that Torian had been pushing for the show for a while, Final Fantasy 16. And with him being able to do another episode after many years, this is the episode he has chosen. It's a very niche matchup, but this is Torian's matchup,
dude.
baby.
Dante's gonna fucking kill this. He fucking better. My boy has been having a bad time lately.
Here's the thing. Stark. This is going to depend on what kind of scaling they end up buying.
Because
this can go either way depending on what they give Dante. Because both these characters.
Well, no, this can go either way if what they give Clive. Because
because Final Fantasy isn't actually prequel sequel. You know, they're all like anthology games, from what I understand.
The only downside is Clive only has one game. And what happens in that game, everyone says can be scaled to the other characters. So it's all going to depend on will Death Battle buy into that scaling.
This is the first time the Zelda Flare has been used in a Final Fantasy game. And it is the most powerful spell in Kingdom Hearts, Brave Default, and every Square-ish title. That is how powerful the spell is. A weaker version of that spell rebooted the Final Fantasy 14 universe. That's the kind of insane shit we're talking about.
And Donald Duck is also one of the only other characters that can honestly be able to use it.
He's one of 3 characters who can use it. 3 characters out of Square's entire library of games.
Donald Duck gets to use bust out Zeta Flare.
Like the most overpowered spell in all of fiction.
Hang on.
Now,
I'm
to
gonna
give
try,
Dante some
I'm gonna try something here real quick.
You can also give Dante some.
No, that doesn't sound like Donald. Hold on, I'm gonna stop that. I was gonna try and sing Devil Trigger as Donald Duck. That's not gonna work.
That hurt my throat.
But we gotta be putting this one.
I can only do my Toad voice.
Okay, so
it's time for a death battle.
It's time for a death battle.
Up there in top tier.
I'm
straight
putting
up.
it. You know what? No, higher.
It's a little lower below.
Above Jack and Afro.
Yeah,
I'm honestly
seriously.
Gonna have to.
Hey,
I'd have to put that one below like
Alex
Reverse
go first.
Flash.
Well, hang on.
Wait, hang on. Alex said higher.
Okay, so seriously, I was kidding a little bit. I would have to put this below Scooby and Courage personally, because while I think that it's better than 10 or 14, David Tennant versus
10.
Rick. Yeah, It's better than 10 versus Rick. I like there's so much good shit in Scooby versus Courage that it's like I can't say that they're on par with each other. I can't say that one's better than the other, but these two are roughly equal in my eyes. Kevin says, "Don't be surprised if Final Fantasy scaling gives Clive the win." I won't be. Dante's been taking a series of L's lately.
Here's the thing. Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy scaling goes fucking absurd. This really goes... this really does depend on what Death Battle buys, and if they use any of the crossovers for Dante. So
because with Dante, you also have Shin Megami Tensei 3.
Yeah,
which also
featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry.
You had Project X Zone 1 and 2, and Namco X Capcom, I believe. You've had
and Marvel vs.
You
Capcom.
had Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
I don't think they're going to count
various
that,
Capcom crossovers.
No, hang on. Let's finish talking about the matchup. This one here. So, Tony,
continue what you were saying.
Well, I was just saying that I think they're roughly equivalent. Tony, what would you say?
I'm also gonna have to put that like below Reverse Flash versus Goku Black, man. Like the way you got this list up, it's like, man,
it would be decided by like
too much good competition. People. There's like too much good competition to work with to really say, but it's like I will say that out of all. Considering how much I've actually really liked the last 2 live action episodes, like Winter Soldier versus Red Hood, that's an underrated favorite of mine. This one is just like, it's the perfect number 3 to lead things off on if this is the last live action one they do. But it's like, good lord, they really, really went all out with this one.
Can I go next?
Yeah.
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 Okay. I say I agree with Alex. I think it should be below Scooby versus Courage because they finally broke the trope of a lame death, but everything else was good. This feels like a complete package. The fact that this is also twice the length, whereas the other live action fights just got progressively higher and higher in its length. I feel like this was the perfect length because the first 3 minutes are just dedicated to both of them taking down a nightclub of vampires, and you actually have a
crew.
Yes, with the Death Battle crew, and you also have a legitimate good reason for the characters to fight. I was afraid they were going to just have Buffy go after Blade because he is a vampire, but no, she isn't made aware that he's a vampire until later on in the fight.
Yep.
But her reasoning is in character, in universe, because Buffy doesn't like that there are casualties when it comes to people being vampires. But her seeing Blade kill a innocent girl who just got bitten and was probably freaking out, that's very in character for Buffy to want to start shit with Blade. And Blade being nonchalant about killing the girl, although yes, if you were just to go off of the movies where he saved a woman who was bitten because she reminded him of his mother, that's a little inconsistent here, but it's like, no, Blade's got to do what Blade's got to do. Like, yes, you do see some good acting from Fiction. Fiction actually sells some emotion before he kills her, because you can tell Blade.
Yeah, you can tell him hesitate a tiny bit.
The way his face looks, he's like, it looks like he's saying, "I'm sorry," you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, gotta do it to you.
Yeah, no, and again, look, the choreography in this is probably the best of the 3. And what Red Hood versus Winter Soldier had some great choreography, but this feels like Danny was able to go all out, and there were 2 teams, like there were 2 stunt teams, one in Los Angeles who had to train the actors, primarily Mare as Buffy, because Fiction didn't need no damn training, and then there was the Las Vegas fight choreography division that had to do everything. So the choreography is amazing. The cinematography really makes this film look like it is a short film that would be presented to a film festival. And the location is great. Also, fun fact, yeah, no, there was a lot going on in that bar. They reconstructed props to match the ones in the bar that they were going to destroy. They actually went into the bathroom that Buffy and Blade fought in, and they put in red light bulbs to in that bathroom alone, just so Buffy and Blade could fight in a red lit area. Like, there's so much going on. So yeah, the acting was also good. Track was good. I agree with Alex. This is no joke. This is my third favorite death battle of the series. Like, it's high up there, and I think that it's going to be difficult for them to top this.
Yeah, I feel like
Well, not unless they remake another episode.
Well, that or if they do Han Solo versus Captain Kirk, in which case there's some potential there.
They could surpass with Mario versus Sonic 3. Wink, wink.
No, don't go there.
I'm joking.
It's just going to end up being another Superman versus Goku thing where people.
Yes, let's go. Okay, good. Can I?
Another one.
Look, I did Superman versus Goku 1 and 3. 2's garbage.
Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
All right, so this is coming from someone who's only watched the Blade movies and never watched Buffy. Not a single episode, not a single comic, not a single novel, nothing. I've only known about the character due to Josh Whedon, and that is about it. So, as somewhat of an outsider, for the most part, what I think of this episode, it is one of the best. Yeah, absolutely. It might be in my top 10 as I reevaluate my own tier list, because holy fucking shit, they nail every aspect. The analysis, fucking amazing for both sides. There's a lot of information they're able to use and just explore both these characters in depth in such a great way. Outside of like one or two small issues, but nothing in comparison to, let's say, Cole versus Alex's analysis. The result perfectly argued. I would say this is probably one of their best researched episodes with near perfect arguments to go along with it. The fight itself, this is where it was make or break for the episode, right? Like similar to the ever live action episodes. I'm not gonna diss the Daredevil and Winter Soldier episodes because those are great too. They had a lot of flaws in them, but you could tell they really fucking tried, especially with Red Hood versus Winter Soldier, which is still an awesome fight. But this
still holds up.
Holy fucking shit! One thing I will say off the bat, this is the best opening for a fight they've ever done, and they will never top it again.
No,
this is the best in terms of the story setup, the action, a little bit of teamwork, how the reason they start fighting, it is perfection. The camera work for the fight, phenomenal. The acting between both, absolutely stellar. The fucking emotion on their faces as they do their thing. Like, again, it's like they were born for these roles, right? It's so freaking good. I also really like the Blade take here. They made a teenage Blade show that explored his origins. This is the actor you need to get for that. 100% genuinely one of the best Blade castings I've seen. There's just so much good shit here. I could honestly go on and on and on.
We might get like a Smallville.
Yeah, I love. One of my favorite scenes in this is when they're both starting to fight again. She's holding the way she's. Alex. I can't focus if you're singing. So one of my favorite scenes in this is when they're about to fight again. You know, Buffy has like the injured leg, and the way she's holding the axe and the way Blade's preparing to fight again, it's so freaking good. The character acting and the way they move is perfect, and it adds so much to this fight. It's also one of the longest fights we had in a long time too, and that's nice to see. I'm not gonna insult them for the short fights. Trust me and Alex realize why they do this.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like there's a reason why they're not gonna do this kind of intro ever again, probably. But yeah,
this is.
It's really nice to see.
I don't forgetting about Martian Manhunter versus Silver Surfer.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna go on the fight again because again everyone's going to say what I'm going to say. It's absolutely fantastic in every regard. For me, it's either going to be above or below Simone. Actually, I'm gonna say below Simone. For me, I like the Simone versus Kyle episode just a little bit better. I think for me, it has a little more bang for its buck in its fight. And that's probably just me being biased and loving those kind of fights. But it is very fucking close. If not, is the best episode of 2025. So yeah, it's I would say below Simone, at least for me. But it is very close. It is very, very fucking close. It is absolutely in my top 10 episodes of Death Battle for freaking sure. I feel like as I revisit it, it might actually top Kyle versus Simone. Who knows? We'll see eventually down the line. Who wants to go next?
Gizmo's
oh wait,
the
actually,
only one who
before
hasn't
anyone
gone.
goes, Jedi, where did you say you wanted to put it?
Right where it is.
Yeah, right where it is.
Okay, okay.
Keep it below
Who's
Student Courage.
All right. Who's next?
Yo.
Gizmo.
Above. Fuck. It's really hard to. It's really hard to decide where it goes up on like the top 3 rows. Well, okay, no, maybe not, because fucking Megatron versus Frieza's right there. Man, I would say above Samurai Jack versus Afro. For Samurai, like I said before. Excuse me. There's clearly there aren't that many live action fights in Death Battle to begin with, and for good reason. But it makes sense why they don't do it that much. But when they do it pretty well. They don't half-ass anything. Sure, there's some inconsistencies, there's some mistakes, there's some stuff left out, stuff they could have put in, stuff they could have worked on longer, yada yada. But when they make a live action one, they do not hold anything back intentionally. Good action, good choreography, good actors. You know, and Yzma Hawk doesn't mess around either. If you remember how the production for Daredevil versus Nightwing was, where the actor for Daredevil need a door, and doing that broke the damn window as well.
I did it on his first try.
No
one
was expecting that.
Like a car drop stunt as well for that one.
Oh yeah, I was.
I can only imagine what would have happened if something like that were to come up in Blade versus Buffy. Like, imagine if that bottle wasn't a prop, but they put it in anyway because it looked good. They're like, oh no, that wasn't a prop, that was a real bottle. It was like, oh shit, but it actually looks pretty cool, something like that.
Yeah, that's happened before in other films.
I really wish
Fiction was just sitting there being like, "What are you doing? What you doing? I don't hit me with like that. You got your damn mind."
Or maybe it could have been like
Kevin. Fact, if
it
that
could have been
was
like Kevin Nash.
If that would have been an actual bottle, most likely that would have just bounced off his head and he would have gotten a concussion.
Right, but this is acting. You remember, they have to give it their all.
Oh yeah,
they have to give it their all when they want to.
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying. I know gimmick bottles when I see one.
The bottle thing.
He's a wrestler.
There were
he would know.
Bottles. There were 2 bottles. Mare did hit. She accidentally hit him over the shoulder, and they needed a face shot, so they only had 1 bottle left. And she did make contact with him, and Fiction just took it. Like, he took it like a champ. And this is the guy, by the way, because he talks about this. This is a guy who can do a drop kick and land on his feet.
So it's
he can put Maven Huffman in his prime to shame.
Yeah, no, like straight up. There was a stunt that he had to do that required him to do a drop kick, and he was so committed, he didn't want to fall on the floor on his side, so he said, I'm going to land on my feet. And when he did the drop kick, he landed on his feet.
So what you're saying is someone was popping all that good shit, and then he got kicked in his chest.
Yeah. So Fiction is a pro at just taking stuff. Because again, I did mention earlier, when Buffy elbowed him and knocked off his glasses, Mare actually made contact with his lip, and he did bleed a little bit.
Yeah.
So Fiction took a lot of damage on in the production of this.
What a fucking pro!
I've been through some of this stuff. You're gonna take a couple of hits here and there.
Isn't one of your ribs currently dislocated, or am I misremembering things?
Yes, but that has nothing to do with a movie.
You need to get that fixed.
When I have the money to get my rib reattached, I will.
Reattached.
Yes.
Yeah, his ribs dislocate from his body.
Yeah,
it's currently just floating in
one
there.
of my ribs on my left-hand side, I took an elbow to the chest sparring about 10 years ago, and I spent the next 48 hours in paralytic agony as it detached itself from my sternum. After that I was fine, but it just moves independently of the rest of my body now.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't like that. You need to get surgery, man.
I'm doing
Anyways,
okay.
Gizmo, continue.
I think anyone can agree. We were a little put off by the voice the moment the Blade actor spoke.
The first delivery was a little bit but then as it went on, it was like, oh.
Yeah, I was.
I think I have an answer for this. I think it's because we're so used to the Leslie Snipes kind of performance everyone does that this is just kind of
deep.
Yeah, when we first hear it, it's like, whoa, this is different.
Used to hear them speaking a commanding baritone.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, also too, I mean, Blade is canonically supposed to be British, but the problem is in the media that he was in 20 years ago, he doesn't speak with a British accent. He speaks with a kind of a low cadence. Like he's got a little bit of New York in him.
So what you're saying is Idris Elba should have played him.
Yeah, Idris Elba would actually be a better Blade. I mean, Mahershala Ali is a good choice.
If the MCU had any balls, they would make Blade British.
But see, here's the thing: what fiction lacks in a Blade voice, he makes up for in the charisma and
the performance,
choreography.
Absolutely. Like I will take a little bit of like vocal dissonance if the body looks like he can actually do it, and that man can do it. It's like Danny Rand's actor. Granted, this is not his fault. But Finn Jones, like, he looks the part, he sounds the part for Iron Fist, but he got fucking hung out to dry in that show.
Blame the director.
I am. All right, are we done?
No,
yeah.
I mean...
No,
I've been trying to give my thoughts on the damn thing.
Oh, sorry, we keep interrupting. Please.
Above Afro versus Jack, I think I think this is one of the better matchups they had in recent years, like say the past 5, because a lot of the other ones were either obvious or felt like they had to put them out of the way first. Granted, a lot of them were still good. I'm not dissing Spawn versus Ghost Rider. I'm not dissing Master Chief versus Doom Slayer reboot. But it's been a while since we had a fight like this, especially one at this length. Because it looks like they had to cut short the fight or the analysis or the ending results, something. But the fact that they went all out, they didn't care, and they just said, let's just make this good. I like this. I love that they got the first Blade club music going on, and with the DJ, and I love that the DJ just took the grenade and while he was just playing the damn music as Blade just killed all the vampires. I didn't see Ben. I didn't see Chad. I did see one of the other guys, but I'll trust you when you say that there's cameos there. Maybe I just gotta look again. I really hope they get more into live action death battles, because stuff that should have been live action to begin with, like Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers, was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, that one was unfortunate.
It was a very much missed opportunity, and I'm not sure why they never bothered thinking about it in the first place. But that's here nor there. Anything could have happened that none of us would have known or already known about. I really hope they go more supernatural with their picks, because a lot of the other stuff we had was either cape shit, anime shit, 80s shit.
No, the live action fights, I'm sorry, real quick. All the previous 2 live action fights were nothing but cape shit.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is that I really hope they get more into like the more niche stuff that's popular, because Blade is a niche character, but he's still popular because of the Blade movie. It's because of the Blade movie that he's popular. And same thing with Buffy. Like, the only reason Buffy's popular is because of the show, not the movie.
Yeah. And to add on to your point, this episode just now hit a million views. It took 5 days for this episode to get to 1 million views.
God, that makes me sad.
Yeah.
It's primarily because both of these two were popular 20 years ago. Blade is trying to make a comeback. Buffy is currently in the middle of it. So that's the only drawback with doing this type of episode, is that the niche and obscure characters aren't going to bring in the views.
I think it took a few months for Ragnar versus Soul Bad Guy to hit a couple million views last time I checked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I totally understand
live
where
action
you're
episode.
with
I
that.
think the guys have discussed though. I think it was Kevin McAllister versus Ghostface. That one feels like
wasn't that something we talked about at some point?
They're not going to do that, but that is something that they actually would like to do.
Figuring
I feel like they're not going to do it because of the fact that if they're going to, they're going to have to deal with the child, and like, you know, there's this whole thing with.
They should just have,
they
should just get adult Macaulay Culkin to do it.
Well, no, that's because Macaulay Culkin he has a YouTube channel. He's done the YouTube circuit. If James Rolfe can get him, I'm pretty certain that
the Red Letter Media guys got him.
James
Rolfe, he's like a recurring guest.
That's different because James Rolfe got Macaulay Culkin in as an adult, acting as himself, just trying to make the nerd play games that from the movies that he's been in, namely Home Alone. He wasn't playing a character; he was just playing himself.
In the episode, he's playing a pizza delivery guy that is Macaulay Culkin. It just takes James Rolfe a while to figure out that the pizza guy that is there to drop off his pizza is Macaulay Culkin.
Right. Yeah.
Right, but he wasn't playing a character. He was playing himself.
Macaulay Culkin used to work at Subway for a while.
Yes. No, I guess that does add to your point. I don't know. The reason why they probably don't do these live action fights as often is because I've told Ben this. These live action productions are 2 times more expensive than animation production, and Alex would have experience with that to verify that claim, because when you're doing a live action production of a fight, you have to pay for more than just the actors. You have to pay for the sets, you have to pay for the props, you have to pay for the flight, because that's just Ismahawk are mostly based out of Las Vegas. No, Las Vegas.
Oh.
They do all of their productions in Las Vegas, Nevada. And fun fact, the Death Battle crew, when they filmed their cameos, they were flown out to Las Vegas, and all of them live in Austin, Texas. So that's just it. The reason they don't do these live action productions is because they're 2 times more expensive to pay for.
So when you're doing something like this, you have to have. Ben, why are you showing Twitter on here?
I don't know why. Why is this on here? Shoot,
I'm seeing somebody talking about Hitler.
I don't remember.
And I'm like, what?
I don't know why.
Yeah. Anyway, continue, Alex.
Anyways, so here we go. So here's the thing. I was in a movie where we were we were waiting on. We were like an hour late to starting because we were waiting on this guy to show up and never did. And we had to rework the whole fight scene from scratch because it was supposed to be a 3-on-1 fight. That's what we'd rehearsed for. And then we're just missing one of our guys. So we have to rework the thing. And now we've got the mini-boss is now involved in the the mook rush that the hero has to go through at the end of the film. That's fucking great. We have to find an excuse for him to get away, and then I got killed twice in that because I got 2 of the deaths. So it's like essentially I had to, like, we had to split up some of the moves between myself and the other guy who were working the fight, and thankfully, like, the other guy I was working with, he's a professional wrestler, really good at working on the fly, those guys. Brimstone's a cool guy. Shout out to him if you're watching. I don't know if he is, but if you are, reworked the whole thing on the fly. It was still garbage because that movie sucked, but
Yeah.
we split up our thing, and it becomes more expensive every time because you have to have time to shoot the fight. You have to have everybody there at the right time, whereas with the thing you just
real quick,
you go storyboard to animation.
So to add on to what you're saying, the crew have confirmed this multiple times. Buffy versus Blade took 4 days to shoot. The opening 3 minutes with the vampires in the club, that took a whole day.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the fight took 3 days. So again, and when you're shooting something like this, that's where also the money goes up because there's only so much you can afford, and you really have to plan everything out. So that's why if you just told me that this is probably the most expensive fight of the Kickstarter / independent era, I could believe you because this looks like the most expensive fight they've ever done.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know. I would like to see Ismahawk come back, but I just want to say that don't count on it being a yearly thing. I would say this is probably it's going to be a once in a blue moon thing, and it's all going to depend on if Ismahawk have any other, because Ismahawk are the ones that picked this fight. Death Battle threw some ideas at them, but they wanted to do Buffy versus Blade.
And they made the right choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope they come back sooner rather than later. I don't think they're going to come back next year. I feel like just due to the cost alone and the viewership, I don't think they're going to do it. But I think the reception will make them want, hey, we should do this again someday. So maybe in 2 years, maybe 3. I hope they come back sooner rather than later because they do such godly work.
I'm back.
It would be really funny. It would be really funny if they did Roxas versus Starkiller.
Ben, that's never happening.
It's never happened. No, they're not going to do it.
That would be a really bad idea.
$1 million budget.
That is
Ben,
not
that would take like $10 million to do.
200 million.
Okay, so here's the thing. 30 grand and a blue screen stage, I can get that done in a week. But that's assuming that we already have 2 guys available who are capable of all those moves, you know?
Yeah. No. So I was also going to ask, okay, Alex and I put it below Scooby Courage. Gizmo put it below Jack Afro. Tony put it below. I'm sorry. Gizmo put it below Jack Afro. Tony put it below Reverse Flash versus Goku Black. Ben, where did you put it?
I put it below Simone.
So I guess.
Also, didn't Gizmo say above Samurai Jack?
I did. Below. That's why I meant.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Above? I was right the first time.
I'm sorry.
I was right the first time. My bad. So what? Would it go? Where'd it go?
Like here? Like here?
I guess.
I guess we could average it out to there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, before we end today, there's something I wanted to talk about. Jedi. Let's talk about Champions Island.
Oh,
Champions
Yes,
we
because the
have to
current
talk about
it's
that.
gotten toxic.
because the current vote right now has them.
Oh yeah, so before we get to that, I want to start at the very beginning. So, do you guys know what Champions Island is?
No.
Only
Just
vaguely.
Okay.
Yeah, Ben
Okay,
just
so
played
you know,
the short version of it.
yeah. So, okay, you know, Survivor or Total Drama.
Sure.
That's what Champions Island is, and the idea is putting characters on Team Boomstick and Team Wiz and having them compete against each other. Let me get the roster real quick. So you have Shantae on Team Boomstick, Miku, Slenderman, Springtrap, Spider-Man, Pac-Man, Henry Stickmin on Team Boomstick, and Ash Williams on Team Boomstick. Then you have John Constantine, the Common Writer Geets, Steve from Minecraft, Flowey, the girl from Toho, I can't say her name, Furrin from that elf
Flowey
anime.
the flower from Undertale. What's the name? Send it to me from Toho.
Flowey.
Furrin? I already said Flowey's name.
Frieren.
Frieren, the funny elf.
Seriously,
girl.
no stream chat. I don't know what happened. I've got. See, Kevin, I don't know what's going on with the stream chat. I just see the chat in the thing. I thought it was coming through.
So let me get to you. So Mennonite and Semis on Team Wiz, and so every week they do 2 challenges, and whoever team loses has to vote off 2 characters. So in the first week, Jedi, you should tell this one since I want to tell the second round.
Oh, okay. So the first week was a trivia quiz. It was actually super close, but Team Boomstick just barely edged out. And
1%.
yeah, by 1%. And
It was like
they put up
hell.
They put up on their YouTube channel. They put so before they put it up on their YouTube channel, they have on their Discord, you get to vote on which character gets immunity from getting sent out. And then on their YouTube channel, they'll have 4 characters. You have to vote for 2 characters to, you don't have to vote for 2, but you vote 1 character, and whichever 2 characters has the highest percentage of votes, those 2 characters are then sent out of the game, and the rest go back to Team Wiz or Team Boomstick. John Constantine and Steve were the first ones voted out. And
people were angry over it, to say the least.
Yeah,
why was
got mad.
And I should. Okay, Ben didn't mention this, but the purpose of this game, this is essentially the new Tournament of Champions. The purpose of this is whichever 16 characters go on to a final elimination round, it will then come down to 1 character, and whichever one of those characters wins the game, they will then be chosen to be the next combatant on Death Battle. But it's not that they're alone chosen. It's once they get high enough, you get to vote for their matchups. So let's say if Spider-Man won, you would get to vote for one of Spider-Man's matchups that the team would pick out. And they would do that episode next year.
Yep. Okay, so one thing I want to mention about the quiz was that this quiz was 200 questions. 1 question per
and
episode.
failed at almost all of them. I should note that.
Yeah, and I got like 67 correct out of 200. I'm a fraud. But yeah, this test went on for like over 2.5 hours. It reminded me of high school. It was fucking agony.
Please tell me Ash Williams survived it all.
So
no, Ash is part of Team Boomstick. So because Team Wiz lost the quiz, Team Boomstick was given immunity. So Ash and the rest of Team Boomstick have not been voted off.
Yeah.
So
same with week 2. So week 2 was fucking crazy. Allow me to tell this insane fucking story. Yeah, I'll try and make it short. So it was a series of 5 puzzles, and it was same puzzles per team. And essentially, it got really close. Team Boomstick and Team Wiz solved the first 4 quizzes very quickly. They expect this to go on for 2 days. It got nailed down like under 2 hours. But when it came down to the final question, Team Boomstick couldn't figure it out. But Team Wiz was slowly starting to figure it out. And as they were close to getting the answer, guess what fucking happened? One of the people. No, one of the people on Team Wiz accidentally leaked part of the answer they had figured out in one of the public channels. And someone on Team Boomstick saw this, entered a random number at the end of it, and got it right on their first try.
Huh.
It got so heated that the admins had to pause the results to figure out if this guy cheated or not. And as they investigated, they discovered that Team Wiz fucked themselves and accidentally screwed themselves over on the challenge, giving Team Boomstick the win.
So, right now, they just put up the poll. The 4 characters that are back on the 4 characters that are on the chopping block are Farron, Meta Knight, Satya,
Toho.
And Samus Aran, and it's currently a 3-way tie. So they're going to reveal which 2 characters will be leaving on Tuesday on Death Battle Cast. So right now, Meta Knight, for the second time that he's been in on the chopping block, he's barely gotten 10% of votes.
He's just chilling out, man.
He's just vibing. He's safe.
Yeah, meaning Meta Knight is going to stay on. He's going to stay immune from getting eliminated, while the other 3
are fighting for their lives.
And as far as I know, with when this started, also
how many votes? It has 1.4K votes so far.
My goat Geets has basically been getting a lot of traction within the fandom.
Yeah,
so people being like, if this guy has to get an episode if he wins, man.
Yeah, but keep in mind that every character picked here is considered for an episode down the line. So even if they do lose, they might get an episode later, but it's not fully guaranteed. I'm personally rooting for Slender Man. Who are you rooting for, Jedi? I know your pick was eliminated. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. That's what I get for being a John Constantine fan.
The fact that he got rid of him so easily.
I can't have a good enough.
No,
man. First, John Constantine gets voted off, and then James Gunn won't let the sequel get made. How could it possibly get worse now?
James Gunn making a Ben 10 with John Cena.
Shut up! Don't say that.
John Cena could make a good Grandpa Max.
John Cena's already trying to get him to watch the show now. So
John Cena needs to take some time off and have some kids before he comes back and makes any more movies.
Jedi, at least you're getting a short story with Doctor Strange and John Constantine next month.
Yeah, I guess.
Does that count for anything?
No, it doesn't. But anyway, so my pick to win this, I would like it to be, personally to me, I would like it to be either Slenderman or Ash, because I think everyone on this channel can agree. Ash Williams is long overdue for a death battle.
Yes.
And
Slenderman is really interesting. I want to see what they do with Slenderman.
I did say to my friends,
J. Williams, man.
I did say to my friends on our podcast, they would have to raise a Kickstarter for this, but Bruce Campbell has publicly said, if you give him $3,000, he will be in anything you want him to be in.
God, that's worth it.
Oh, dude, imagine if it was live action.
Well, no, Bruce Campbell can't do live action. He's publicly said that he's retired.
Yeah, he's retired from.
I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, he said he's retired from playing Ash physically, but he can still voice the character.
Yeah,
so if they
no, that's what I said. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Physically.
Yeah, physically.
Pull a model from Poker Night or the Ash Will.
Poker Night at the inventory was a different guy.
Yeah,
it was a
Yeah, yeah. That was a guy that
was one of the guys from Birdemic.
Yeah, he does a great Bruce Campbell. That wasn't even his first time playing Ash Williams. I think he played Ash in one of the early 2000 video games, if I'm not mistaken,
I was
Alex.
talking more so like where to pull the model from for Ash, unless.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I know where
unless
to put.
you
I
want
know
to
where
pull
they're going to get the model. They're going to get this Ash model from the latest Evil Dead game because
because
that's what
they
else I was
can't.
thinking.
Yeah, no, because because Rooster Teeth no longer has a good production after being let go by Warner Brothers. Death Battle doesn't have the money anymore to make 3D custom models. They would have to rip it from somewhere else.
Yeah. And
I mean, they could make 3D
they
models,
also
but
probably
it would take a lot of time and money.
So hang on. Well, yeah, that's Bender. How many SAG-AFTRA people do Death Battle work with usually? Because I know they don't. They usually don't.
No, they don't.
They've only worked with one SAG-AFTRA which is Dante Bosco. Publicly, because I mean, technically they've worked with others, but they've had to use pseudonyms because the problem is that and this is from a friend whose name I will not disclose for public reasons, who I've worked with on projects. He has told me he is a member of the SAG-AFTRA effects because he's a video game voice actor and he's appeared in actual live-action productions. You have to, if you want the actors to be fully credited on your project that isn't a movie, you have to pay the SAG Corporation $350 for them to allow the actors to be publicly credited on IMDb for a production.
Yeah. And you also have to get everybody else involved in the project waived into it as far as SAG goes, and then the payment
Alex,
has to be dealt with through a SAG-AFTRA accountant. So
you also have to keep in mind that a lot of these voice. Well, you also got to keep in mind that a lot of these voice actors and
Gizmo, Ben's trying to elaborate on the thing that I was just saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you want Alex? Should I tell the story vaguely about our thing, or do you want to tell it vaguely?
I can say it. So, there's a reason why we mentioned who we did, and I'm not gonna say much beyond that. But I will say that we took all the necessary steps to attempt to have somebody who is part of SAG-AFTRA involved in the pilot episode of a project that we're working on, and we were willing to jump through plenty of hoops, and then it's okay, so everybody's gonna have to go through everybody's payments for this project are gonna have to go through a SAG-AFTRA accountant, and it's okay, so I'm already volunteering my voice for the project. I'm voicing one of the side characters and all of the mooks that'll get slain in the process of this episode, and the other person who we'd already recorded the lines for isn't part of SAG, and I think she'd already been paid at that point. So
yeah, she was already paid.
Yeah, so our the question at that point would have been how are we going to deal with this? Because I'm not a lawyer and I don't know anybody who would be able to help with this situation.
Yeah, another issue was that Kevin had also helped fund our project. He was in a state where they didn't have the same kind of laws that protected us.
Well, yeah, because our project is put together through 3 different states, and we don't have a company involved in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was between myself, Ben, and Kevin to fund this pilot, and I'm in Mississippi, Ben's in Texas, and Kevin's in Connecticut, and we had no idea how that would work. If it was just Texas, they might have.
I remember
if they recorded in Texas, they might be able to get it done.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
In Texas, we had a right to work state. You had a right to work law. Kevin doesn't, if I remember the conversation correctly.
Right. Yeah. And so that would, unless they fly this guy out to Texas and have him record this at Sound Cadence or wherever they do their they're recording for this stuff. But he is Florida based, so it wouldn't be that far, right?
I'm not. We do not have the funds to fly him out to Texas and fly him
No, I'm
back.
not, Ben. I'm not
That's
talking about
$1,000.
Ben. I'm not talking about for us. I'm talking about for Death Battle.
Yeah. Right.
Duh.
Yeah. Yeah. No. And considering Bruce Campbell is a member of SAG, I don't know if they. So I think they could.
More laid back
too,
so I don't think he would mind doing something like this.
Well, but the thing is, like, Funimation and other companies have done productions with SAG-AFTRA members in them that have been recorded mostly in Texas. So we've had like Freddie Prinze Jr. was in the Mass Effect movie, and I think everybody else except for like one other character was independent. They've done stuff for like and these people have been credited under their real names. Like Johnny Young Bosch is a member of SAG-AFTRA, but he's been in plenty of non-union products because they're like based out of non-union states.
Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, so yeah.
I don't know if Nostalgia Critic actually counts, but
no, because you don't think so?
No, because Nostalgia Critic is like it's almost like Saturday Night Live or something like that, or more. It's more like, you know, you show up and you do like you say some like skit stuff, and then you're participating in hosting like a reality show almost, because it is fiction, but it is like, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'd have to argue that.
No. Yeah, no. So my general point that unless Death Battle were able to raise the funds, they could get Bruce Campbell. He would do it because he has said he'll voice Ash in anything, and he'll be in anything you want him to. It's just they would have to come up with those funds, and they would also have to coordinate with SAG. Because they're in Texas, I forget where Bruce Campbell currently resides. But unless he's in a state, he would have to be flown. I do agree. I think Alex is onto something. Bruce Campbell would have to be flown out to Texas to record in Sound Cadence, because that's where all the voice actors record. They either record in Sound Cadence or they record remotely, where Sound Cadence will archive the audio.
Right. So I think the Poker Night guy might be an easier sell, because I think he lives in Florida. I would not swear to this because it's been a while, but
and Bruce Campbell's more old school, isn't he? He'd rather show up there to do it rather than do it over the internet.
Yeah, it's also more difficult to do it over the internet. Like, I've been involved in remote recording projects for stuff like this, and it's
I have an example of this that is interesting. Smiley Friends had an issue with this with Gilbert Godfrey, God rest his soul, when he was voicing God in the season 1 finale. When they recorded his audio and finalized it, they realized there was an issue with the audio because of the way it was recorded through the internet. And they weren't sure if it was usable, but one of the people on the show was able to make it so that it was barely noticeable, if at all, and they were able to salvage it.
Yeah, I didn't notice any audio issues in that. It might have been one of those things where were they recording like over a Skype call or a Zoom or a Discord or something like that?
It was something like that. He was at a computer and he was with a microphone and such.
Yeah, because you can do remote insert. You can do a remote insert for stuff like Pro Tools and
it might have been. I think they mentioned it was some kind of background noise that was hovering over his voice. I can't remember.
Depending on the level, background noise isn't that difficult to remove, and then you can like EQ the signal so that the artifacting kind of goes away and you don't notice it as much. That's fairly easy to do. I do that all the time.
I gotta roll on out.
Oh yeah, sorry to keep you for this long, Tony. I know you were talking about heading out a while ago. But yeah, we're just having ourselves a big old nerd discussion.
I gotta
so
leave. I gotta
Yeah, we
work.
are.
So yeah,
You can never go.
Feel free to go. Leave us nerds in the dust for right now. Oh, we'll see you next
Yeah,
time. We'll see you next week when we watch Peacemaker finally.
No.
Peacemaker.
We got one episode left. There's only one episode left of that stupid show.
It's an hour
We're
long.
supposed to do Lego Star Wars today.
All right, we are supposed to do Lego Star Wars today.
It's time for a late night session tonight. I'll get my Steam Deck.
Tony, go to bed. We'll
What the fuck to sleep?
Okay.
Oh, he's gone.
Okay, he's gone.
Oh yeah,
So,
by the way, he has to work and he's not getting paid because the government shut down. God rest his soul.
anyways, so who do you think they're gonna get to voice Dante?
I don't know.
So,
maybe the same guy who voiced Dante from before with Bayonetta.
That's what I was
Dante.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's that guy.
He did it phenomenally.
Yeah.
I hope they don't
that's
take.
who I think we're gonna get.
I hope they don't take much into account for the Netflix show because the Netflix show is fucking horrible.
Oh, God,
you can find my review of that show
Well, probably,
elsewhere
like,
on
I
this
don't think they're
channel.
going to use anything from the show. They're just going to use clips from it, and that's kind of it.
Yeah. Because I don't
Oh,
understand.
sort of like how when She-Ra Princess of Power was out, but they didn't use any of those clips when they had Wonder Woman versus She-Ra.
Well, it's because it was mainly 80s She-Ra.
I really hope that. I just hope that they get someone for Ash if they ever do anything with him, because he's long overdue for a death battle.
Hey,
I've
guys,
Death Battle.
Death Battle, guys, if you're watching this, I know a guy who does a really good Ash impression.
Yeah, I've heard his impression. It sounds spot on.
Yep.
I think we should
I'm
end
gonna
it
head out
there before we say anything else.
Yeah, we're giving away too many trade secrets.
Shut up, end it.
Well, you know where to find me and Ben. Gizmo is at Gizmo Hibiki on YouTube. Bender is at Saber Comics, and Tony's being a dick and doesn't want to tell people what his content is or where to find him. So, you know,
he does.
We'll respect his wishes. Yeah, you can find him at Tony Gunk on Pornhub.
I feel like I shouldn't have said...
For legal reasons, that is a joke.
I feel like I shouldn't have said the vague job he has.
He talks about it constantly, though, so I don't feel like that's going to be that big of a problem.
I don't know if he's talked about it on stream, but
I don't know if he's talked about it on stream, but he's talked about it in the Discord, and the Discord is linked in every single one of our videos. By the way, join the Discord via the link in the description.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/TheMotleyCrew. Bye, everybody.
Later.